way too early for the red. Good
No,
morning.
no.
If you're watching it in YouTube, let me just make sure. Oh, let me hold on. Give me just 1 second. Yeah, we did the red lips yesterday because they asked me to. And this morning I was going to do like, ooh, that's a lot of red.
No, pero hoy te ves pálida, entonces.
Sí, ¿verdad? Me veo
ya tú te vas a los extremos.
Yeah, you get used to the red yesterday, and today you still think you don't have any makeup on. Yeah, that's what happens with Okay. Good morning, everyone. Let me just make sure I am live on in YouTube, right, Danny?
Yeah,
Everybody, you guys see it? Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Just to make sure. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. We did our Spanish session yesterday, so thank you for everyone that was here with me yesterday, and same thing, thank you for everybody here today. If you want to join us in Zoom, please go to my Telegram channel, or in the picture that I shared for today, I posted the link, the meeting ID. I wanted to let you guys know something very important for the month of the horse month, the month of June, but particularly for the month of May, which is a snake month that we're in. It is very important that you take awareness of the things, the events that happen in the month of May. Like if you guys had to describe the month of May, you can write it down in the chat. What word, how would you describe it? Yesterday, a lot of people told me like intense. It was very intense. And I think I will have to agree with that. Why is it important? I think overwhelmed. Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking, overwhelming. It is very important, Christina, for you to understand why was it overwhelming, game-changing? Why was it exhausting? Why was it exhausting, Yadira? Why are those things important? Because as I described the previous month, it was difficult and financially draining, yes. And this is why. The month of snake, the month of May that we're still in until the next few more days, it's a nice preview of what the next 20 years are going to be like because of the period 9. I have explained a few times that the snake, the fire snake that we had in May is actually the conception pillar of period 9, which means it's born. It's like you're pregnant now for period 9. So it's very important for you to take note of why are these things happening in my life? And the most important thing is, what do I need to change? Challenging, Martha, why was it challenging? What changes do I need to make? And notice that I keep saying changes I need to make, not the world, not my husband, not my wife, not my boss. What do I need to change? So if it was challenging, what challenges did it present itself during the month of May that I need to change and better myself? Was it overwhelming? Why was it overwhelming? Was it financially draining? Why was it financially draining? And what changes do I need to make? So basically, it's a little trailer. It's a little preview of what's to come, which is great. Because that means that now you know the tools and you know what areas of your life you need to work on. That's now during the month of May. Same thing during the month of June. I want you to take notice and be aware of every situation that happens in your life during the month of June. And see, why is this happening to me and what do I need to learn? Not to judge, not to criticize, not to be sad, not to be a victim, but to see what changes do I need to make. So I believe that is very important. And I want you guys to be aware of that. And the common scenario that I'm getting is challenging, is overwhelming. It was intense. That was from yesterday and that was from today. And I think, it's period 9. It's fire. Fire is intense. Fire is overwhelming. Fire is a lot. Yes, it is. And not only is the next 20 years that are happening in period 9, is the end of 120 years that's happening in period 9. So yes, it's a lot. It's overwhelming. And it's period 9, which is a fire period during the fire months. So yes, this is a nice preview what is to come. Then again, it's not for you to feel sorry for yourself and be a victim and think, oh, so I had a horrible month, so it's going to be a horrible 20 years. No, if I had a horrible month, then why was it horrible? And what do I need to do to change it? Okay. Not every day you get a chance like this to change and transform your life. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Let me go ahead and you guys see my screen, correct? It says June. Okay. Let me just wait for YouTube. Give me just a second. Thank you, Hilda Tavares, Natalia Escobar, and Jade Lim. I see you guys are on YouTube. Thank you. Oh, hey, Andrew, we were talking about you before with Lillian and Esty. So nice. Thank you for being here. Okay, let me just make sure. I'm waiting a little bit. Esty says, yeah, gracias, Dani. Okay, thank you. Perfect. Muy buenos días. Buenos días, Andrew. Okay, so this is the month of June. First of all, a little for people that are, who is absolutely new in Chinese metaphysics, or particularly with me today, do not know much about the elements and things like that. I just want to have a preview who's here today, so I know how. Okay, Antonio. Okay, perfect. Hey, Andrew, you're not new. Okay, here we go. Just wanted to say that June is the month, the horse month. Okay, the horse month is the peak of the fire season. I don't like to call it the summer season because in another country it might not be summer, so people get confused. So no, it's not the summer season, it's the fire season. So it is the peak, is the cardinal, is the peak of fire. The snake is a growing pillar, it's a growing animal, let's put it like that, because it's the beginning when the fire is being born, when it's growing. Then the horse is the cardinal, which is the peak. And then we're going to have the goat, which is when is the grave, when the season of fire is dying. That is why you have the graveyard animals, which is the goat, which is season of fire is dying. The dog with the season of metal is dying. The ox when the season of water is dying. And the dragon when the season of wood is dying. So basically right now we're at the peak of fire. I know that you probably see the horse and it says yang on it. So a lot of people think it's a yang animal and it's related to fire, but it's not. It's actually ding, which is yin fire, which is actually the man-made fire, is also represented by the moon, which I posted this picture, which is kind of like the sun or the moon at the same time. So I just wanted to give a little preview of what is the horse. Okay, what are we going to talk about today? Today, we're going to give a world view, what I usually do based on Bats and Chiman. We're going to talk about the branches, the animals, and the month, who benefits the most, who has some more challenges. We're going to talk about the best locations to use at home or your office based on your goals. Remember that the most important thing is your goals. If you don't have a goal, you're wasting your time watching this, okay? The most important thing is what are your plans for the month of June, and what can I do? Where can I go? And when can I take actions to be able to get that? And Chiman, of course, we're going to talk about Chiman, and I'm going to give you some auspicious days. Also, I'm going to be giving you guys in about a month or so some good dates for the month of August. In August, we have a great combination to sell or rent property, like real estate. So if you want to rent a property, if you're going to sell a property, I'm going to give you some great combinations, some dates for you to do something specific. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it in the month of June. If not, I'll do it in July, but don't worry, you definitely have it done. And you will be doing some activations during the month of August. So we have time, no worries, but I just wanted to give you the heads up. I don't do this every month, not because I don't want to, but because there's some specific formulas that you need to be able to do that. And that specific combination, feng shui combination, is available in the month of August. So that's why it's going to be. Also, you guys need have your Batsa chart. Does not apply for buying property. You can do it for buying property, Diana, but honestly, the formula itself is to sell the property, and not even so much for renting it, but I've had a lot of success renting it. But I would say you can do it too. It doesn't hurt to do it too, but the specific formula itself is for selling the property. You're going to need your Batsa chart, which obviously you can use mine. You can go to my website, masterpaola.com, calculators right here, and you can do it, or you can just open your phone, scan it here. I know I still don't have it in English, but it's pretty self-explanatory in Spanish, believe me. It will get done at one point, I promise. If not, you can please use the Intuichi app. It's an amazing app that you can have for Chiman, Bats, and Feng Shui. So please download it, App Store or Google Play. You can use that. Either one is fine. It's the same information. It's the same information, whichever one you use. I use this a lot. It's a great app. Obviously, you can also use Joy Yap's chart. They all have the same information. And if it varies by a little bit, please do not worry about it. It's not a big difference. So any one of those that you can use is fine. If you are new, you can follow me on Instagram and Telegram. I share in Instagram daily videos in English and Spanish about the energies for the following day. And Telegram, I have a lot of information, mostly in Spanish, but I try to do both as much as I can. What do you need for today? Well, you need your Vata and your Chiman charts, which you can get, as I mentioned before, and you need a floor plan of your property. It is very important so we know exactly where to go and depending on what it is that you need. If you don't have it right now, that's okay. Just watch the video and later on you can replay. It will be available on YouTube. It stays there permanently. Okay, here's a preview for the month of June, the horse month that's going to officially begin on June 6th. At 6:46 a.m. Do not worry at specific time. It's going to be born during the rabbit hour. Here is the preview of what we have. The strongest element during the month of June is going to be the earth element. That's going to be the strongest, followed by wood, followed by fire, followed by water. And again, there is no metal in this chart, as you can see. What does that mean? Specifically, metal has to do with discipline, has to do with consistency, has to do with authority. In this specific scenario, when we're looking at the horse month, which is Yin Wood Day Master, when you're lacking metal, it means that the element of control is missing. What happens with that? It means that the wood is out of control. It has nothing to control it. Also, the fire, who's very strong, has nothing to control, because if you know the cycle of elements, wood is controlled by metal and fire controls metal. If there is no metal, there's two things that are out of control. How can that manifest? Well, when you don't have control in a chart, it could be a lot of people, situation, countries, cities with challenging the law. You can see a lot of protests. You can see a lot of people talking about war, a lot of lack of discipline. So you can see a lot of people being a little bit of rebels because there is nothing to control. Maybe weapons issues, arms issues. So you have to be careful about that, okay? Just be aware that that is happening because there's nothing to control the day. Also, the growth is out of control. You want things to grow the way it's supposed to grow in a consistent pattern. Wood usually represents growth. When there's nothing to control, is things growing exponentially to the point that it can become an issue. Like there's things that you want to grow fast, but there's things that you don't want to grow fast. So that's why you need things to be controlled, right? Even a beautiful plant, you have to trim it so it can look nice. If not, it gets out of control. So I just want you to be aware, even for yourself, that this is something that all of us have to set limits on what we want, what we need, and put discipline in ourselves. So it's something that we need to be aware. Something very important also in this one that I've noticed is that I love the fact that the 4 or the 3 animals, because the rabbit is repeated, are, in my opinion, remember, I just wanted to clarify something too. Everything that I'm telling you guys here is my interpretation. If somebody has a different interpretation, please feel free to share it, but this is the way I do things and I interpret it. So hopefully you guys, find it useful at least, or have an open mind. This month, just like I mentioned in the previous month, is extremely connected to period 9, which is the next 20 years, beginning of February 2024. Why? Because you have the 3 animals or the 3 branches that are going to be crucial during period 9. You have the horse, which is the key, the cardinal animal in period 9, which is the main in the Lee hexagram. So basically, Lee triagram, I'm sorry. So definitely the horse month is an indicator, obviously, of period 9. Also, the rabbit is one of the disruptor. It's one of the animals that are going to be key for you to have success in period 9. These are the people that are going to come and shake the status quo. These are the people that are going to come and do things different and, be 7 killings. They're going to come and do and change things. So I like the fact that we have that this month. And also, in my opinion, the goat is going to be and have supreme power during period 9, because it is the animal that combines the letter Heaven Bagua with the early Heaven Bagua and the 3 lead sectors. So it is very, very important, in my opinion, that we have this Avengers together for the month of June, basically telling us this is what you have and this is what you need to work on and amplify and work on these things for period 9. So I think it is very, very important. Also, we have combinations here. Even though you don't see a pig, I want you to know there is a tiny little pig there present in the chart. Why? Because the goat and the rabbit are pulling the pig. It does not transform into wood because the fire in the chart does not allow it to become, but it is very present. Also, there is a snake in the chart. There is a very present, vivid snake, even though you don't see it. Why? Because there is a goat, there is a horse that combines with the snake and pulls it because of the month. So maybe pigs this month might find themselves having a lot of changes as if it was a snake month, or very similar to the month of May, the snake month. That is because there's a very strong presence of a snake that you don't see. Okay, so yes, there is a snake there. It's just not in the chart, but believe me, there is a snake in the chart. Also, these hidden animals that you have right here are clash with each other. So yeah, there is a month of a lot of changes, but that's okay because sometimes we need to change to be able to get to the next level. So that is okay. Also, there is a destruction between the rabbit and the horse. What does that mean? In our external world, not so much our internal life, but work, social media, friends, countries, cities, politics, you may see things rapidly changing. Or all of a sudden you hear this news about this, things that are going to change, transform. I'm not saying necessarily negative. It's just things that would change all of a sudden. Things that would change all of a sudden, okay? So it's just that. Something else that I want you to take note too is of the following things. We have the Nobleman Tai Chi. The Nobleman Tai Chi means, and I suggest and I recommend as much as you can, please try to have some sort of spiritual connection this month, whatever that means for you. I'm not telling you what it is, whatever connects you to your higher self, to your higher being, please try and do your best because it is very present this month and you're going to see that this is a spiritual pillar too. So it is very important to have your spiritual connection this month. Why? Also because we have an academic start. When you have an academic start, it is very good for obviously academics and learning, which is very good. But also when you have it combined with the Nobleman Tai Chi, the way I interpret it is you're going to have a lot of lessons that you're going to learn that are going to force you into have to have a stronger connection to spirituality. Academic start, obviously, as the name says, is good for academics, for learning, for intellectual. But when you have it combined with the Nobleman Tai Chi, I think there are lessons in life that you are going to be forced to learn. Like maybe this is a month that you understand, why does this thing always happen to me? Why do I always find the same boyfriend or girlfriend? Why am I always repeating the same pattern of behavior? So maybe that same thing will repeat itself during the month of June. And because you have the Nobleman Tai Chi, it might be a slap in the face. It might be people that are trying to tell you this is something that you need to work on. And because you have the academic start with the Nobleman Tai Chi, now it clicks. Now I see why. Now I see what I need to change. Now I see why people always taking advantage of me. Why am I a pushover? Why does this keep happening? So basically, in my opinion, I think this is a great month for us to analyze. And if something negative happens in your life, why is this happening? And what do I need to change? I share in the Spanish yesterday that we had one of our followers, a really nice lady, that she found out that her wife was being unfaithful to her during the month of May. And at that moment she stopped and she said, okay, this horrible situation is happening to me. Obviously, it's not her fault. It's never your fault when something like that happens to you. But she has to stop and say, why is this happening to me during this month? And then she started to think, okay, obviously there's things in my life that I need to change. There's decisions that I need to make. And this is happening to me for me to realize it's not the first time that it happens. So what do I need to change in myself that is allowing this type of behavior to keep continuing in my life? So what changes I need to make? So she saw that as a positive thing. So these are the kind of like revelations that we might have this month. So be aware of things that happen to you and don't be a victim. Don't say, oh, this is horrible thing. No, what do I need to change? And make the changes So in my opinion, that is a combination of a Nobleman Tai Chi with the academic start this month. Also, there is wealth present in the chart. If you see it right here, in my charts, I put it like this, so it's easier to identify. So, there's wealth, and it's strong wealth because it's earth being produced by the fire of the month. So it's very strong. However, it's being clashed up here. It's being combined up here. Which means it's being combined down here, is being combined. So basically it's being clashed and it's being combined, you do not want your wealth element to be clashed or combined. So yes, even though you see a lot of money in the chart, it's not necessarily money that is available and accessible to you. It could be that you're surrounded by money. It could be that your friends have money, but not necessarily comes to you. You have to work a little bit harder to get it, okay? That's what happens when there's a lot of money in the chart and it's being clashed and countered and combined. But we're going to see later on in the achievement chart what probably does that mean. Also, in the 12 stages of growth, I love the fact that the horse is in the growth stage. That's basically like a baby being born. So the month, the fire, our creativity, this is eating God. I'm sorry, again, it's in Spanish, but CD means eating God. The eating God is in the growth stage. So it's a great month, again, to take all your creativity, your knowledge, your art, your how-to, and amplify it, because it's in growth, it's growing. It's when a baby is growing. So I love that. Sorry, let me try to move this over here. What else do I have here for the month for both? Let me see. Did I miss anything? Oh, the hexagrams. The hexagrams. I love the fact that we have a heaven and earth combo with the hexagrams. This hexagram is a full combination with this hexagram. What does that mean? These pillars, which has to do with your day, is you, your person, yourself. The month is your work, your career, right? So there is a beautiful combination between those two. Then again, I think it's a great month for you to think, analyze what it is that I want in my life, what it is that I want to grow, what it is that I want in the next 20 years of my life. Remember period 9, remember those two animals are very linked to period 9. And now the hexagrams are combining in these two pillars. So I think it is very important for us to go within ourselves and say what changes, what situation, what scenarios, what are my goals for next year? For the whole next 20 years, because there is a combination between them too. There is a combination here too with this one, and there's a combination here with this one, but it's only a heaven combination, which is okay. I'm not saying it's still okay, but I love the fact that this is both a combination with these two pillars. But I want you all to start thinking, and also I believe that how many of you have felt during the month of May and now beginning the month of June that these are the times for you guys to start making changes? You have that burning desire that this is it. There's things that I need to change, the decisions that I need to make, particularly about my job, particularly about my career, about my life, about my external world. And I think this is what it is. Yeah, this is what it is. I'm not feeling well with You're going to be perfectly fine. Yeah, exactly, Yadira. Stop procrastinating. Then that's what you need to do. Stop procrastinating. Yeah. And remember that the goal is going to be the supreme power. So supreme power, where the cardinal of period 9, yeah, actions do. Actions do. It's time to do. Okay. So now when we look at the achievement chart, this is the year achievement chart, okay? We're going to briefly look at it because I want to put more emphasis on the month achievement chart, but we cannot disregard this one, obviously. This doesn't change. This is the achievement chart for the whole year. We'll look at the South because the South obviously is where the horse is at. This is the horse month, so we'll look at the South. Again, I just want to let you know that this is my interpretation. Obviously, if somebody doesn't agree, perfect. It's just my interpretation, how I do it personally, so I share it with you guys. It's very interesting because we have Dorsan in Fuyin. I love Dorsan in Fuyin, believe it or not, when we do this type of interpretation. In this case, because we have the fire door, scenery door is fire. It's home, which is very strong. It's very strong, so it's good for, again, more fire, happiness, happy event. Look at the beautiful things in life, passion, all of that is very present. But look how this all ties into, again, what we talk in Batsa. That's the beauty of Qigong and Batsa and Feng Shui, how everything just combines. When we look at this box, we have the academic star, which is assistant. In many ways, it's like the academic star in Batsa. So assistance, intelligence, learning, wisdom, teachers, mentors, people that are there in your life, okay? Situations that you need to learn. However, look at the DT that we have. Snake, which is one of my favorites. It's it has many meanings, but we can say that is the master manipulator, is the one that can hypnotize you, is an influencer, it makes you think whatever it wants you to think. But it also has to do with negative things also. People call it like schemers and criminals and things like that. I wouldn't go that far. But the way I want to interpret this in relation to the Bhatsar chart is, don't you think there are situations that you need to learn from, that will make you go to the next level and maybe find the happiness that you need. This combination of these two, the Wu and the Ren, is called Dragon Enters Prison Formation. So it denotes maybe people trying to take your resources, trying to take your identity, try to steal your light, right? And when you have the tortoise there too, I think it might be a month, again, where you might have a lot of people giving you opinion of things that you need to do or that you should do. And you need to start, again, stop, realize and say, why is this happening? Is this person being attracted to me because I brought him into my life to feed my own insecurities? Why is this person telling me these things? Why is this person being so negative to me? You brought that person into your life. So you brought that situation into your life. So I think the month again is telling us that it is time for us to stop and think of what are our goals and do not let ourselves be manipulated by other people. When we look at the jobs situation, there are jobs available because we counter, so we have control. However, we're going to see in the monthly chart that they're not as easy to get as we think. One, because the moment that you control, it's a little bit harder. We have a mean moon, which also means harder to obtain. Now, I have been telling you guys for months that it is time to not depend on a job. It is time to be self-sufficient. It is time to find a way to become your own boss, little by little. I know it doesn't happen overnight, but you need to start doing it. The achievement chart for this month is going to confirm that. Why? Because the month, produce entrepreneurship, produce having my own business. Why? We have right here the life door in Fuyin, which I love, which means it's strong. We have the grass, which has to do with entrepreneurship. We have the chief, which is the mother of all authority. And we produce. So it's easier for us this month to start thinking of my new career, my new investment, my new entrepreneurship that I want to do myself to become my own boss. And yes, you can do it because the month allows you to do it. It is easier for you to start doing that than it is to find a better job. And I'm going to tell you why. So please, 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 we still have time for period 9. I want you to start thinking, what can I do to become my own boss? I'm not saying go and quit your job tomorrow like I did. I know that's crazy. I'm not saying do that. But I want you to start thinking of what can I do to become self-sufficient financially. And something very important, because I assume, you want to get a new job. You want to start a business to make money. Obviously, no, that's what we all want. It's not so much what is my passion, what do I love to do? It's more, what does the world need? What does the world need? And let me give it to them. If you give the world what the world needs, you will be successful. Period. That's it. And right now, period 9, if you know the Lee hexagram is a yang line with a yin line and a yang line, right? That usually means broken inside. So there's going to be a lot of people that are broken inside, that are showing you this strong, facade, but inside we're broken. If you target that, you will be very successful. Make my life better. Make me feel better. Coaching, life mentors, anything that helps. Why do you think there is so much in Chinese metaphysics right now? Or in metaphysics in general? Because people are trying to hold on to anything that gives them hope and makes them feel better. So imagine if you find a job, I don't care if you don't like it. I don't care if you don't like it. You will like it the moment you start helping people and you see the impact that you're having. So find a way to do that. It can be through food, like I was saying yesterday. You can be a chef that teaching people how to do food that make you feel better. Anything, just a room for people to just vent about their day. Mothers, there's so many mothers that are overwhelmed with so much work. They're being pulled in all directions. target that market, particularly women. So I think it is a great month to start doing that. Okay, it is a great month to start doing it because the achievement chart is saying that. Also, now when we look at the month chart, is more emphasized. Now we're going to look over here at the South. We're looking at the South because, again, it's the horse month. So I look at the South. And I also look at Yin Wood, which is the day master of the month. So me personally, again, this is my interpretation. I look at these two boxes. When you look at the South, we look at the elements that's inside. Heaven, visionary. Again, have a vision. What do I want in my future? What do I want to do? So it is important that we have a vision. Harm door, very basic, is hunting. Go out and hunt, look, find the vision that you want. And yes, you have to change things in your mind. Yes, you do. There's things we need to change. We need to start making changes. And that's why I told you guys that look at the month of May, look at the month of June, and think what happened during this month that I need to change. So yes, you need to be willing to make changes. Okay. This combination right here, yin earth and yang water, can represent you being trapped in your own emotions. Trapped in your own emotions. It's yin earth with yang water. It can be very muddy, very cloudy. So you can feel trapped in emotions, confused, and very vulnerable to what people tell you, which is why I said before, I don't want you to be discouraged what people tell you not to do. Remember, sometimes when people criticize you, it is coming from their own insecurities. When people tell you, don't do this, you're crazy, it's because they don't have the balls to do it. Okay? I have always say, when people talk about constructive criticism, I don't take constructive criticism from anybody that hasn't constructed anything. Okay? You want to give me advice on something that I see because of your life that you can do. I take business advice from people that are successful. If you're not successful, don't give me advice. You have nothing to tell me. Now, do I take business advice from people that have failed? Absolutely. Why? Because why did you fail? I want to learn from that. So I think this month, we all might have a lot of confusion as to what it is that we want, and that might be fed by other people's insecurities. So that's why you need to stop and say, no, this is what I want to do, and I'm going to give it a shot. Why too? Because this combination of this stem with this stem and this door can represent an important decision that needs immediate attention that you need to make. And yes, it needs immediate attention because it has 5 stars. So how many of you feel right now that there is a decision or an action that you need to make and you have not made? And you need to do this as soon as possible. Maybe you're not doing because you're thinking too much of what other people say, what other people think, what other people might think, or the number one thing, failure. We're afraid to fail. And that's okay. If you fail, you start all over again. So please do not make a decision on your future think based on your emotions and what other people think. When we look at jobs, right here, jobs is perfect. You produce, so it's good. Okay, it's good. They're available. However, they're very specialized. These are jobs that are available for a very specific group of people. They're looking specifically for a doctor that specializes in cardiac medicine. They're looking specific for a chef that is good in keto. They're looking for specific people, not just everybody, for specific people. So if you have the specific skill, you can be very successful. Absolutely, you can be very successful because you have these combinations that you will be very successful. Something else, if you are in any career, any job that you have right now, be specialize in something. Like I tell my students, my BATSA student, don't just be good in BATSA. Be the person that's great in health, money, relationship, investments, legal. Same thing in achievement. Specialize in something specific. It's a niche market for this month. Be specific in one area. Just don't do Chinese metaphysics. What about Chinese metaphysics? And again, think about what I said before. What does the market need? And give them that. However, that is the one for job. What I go back to what I said about your own business. The life door is an envoy, 6 stars. ambassador, chief producing us. It is a great, great month. Again, this time is producing me. This is what I want, right? It is a great month to start your own business. At least start the conversation of your own business. All of us. However, what is the but? There is a self-punishment here. The reason why you might not do it, the reason why you might not take the step to do it is because of your own self-sabotage, caused by your own insecurities, what we said before. Being muddy, being cloudy is not the right time. I'm not good at speaking in public. I don't have perfect knowledge. You will never know everything about everything. It will never happen. It's impossible. You know enough. So do not let your own insecurities stop you from becoming very successful in opening up a business. There is a lot of opportunity there available for you to do, okay? When we look at the day master of the day, obviously of the month, I'm sorry, it's on Death, Tiger. What does this mean? Changes need to be made. When? Yesterday, like right now. It is the month to stop thinking and start doing. And you know what I think is going to happen if you don't do? Life is going to present you with what is a situation that are going to force you to move from A to Z. So either you voluntarily does it, or life is going to force you to do it. And that might be a little bit more painful than if you make decisions yourself. So this is the month to actually do and make changes. Also, I think it is very important what I said before, to stop thinking about what other people think about your idea, what other people think about your entrepreneurship, about your investment, about your view, your vision. Why do I say this? Because we have a benevolent star. This benevolent star is very good because it makes you very empathetic with other people. It makes you compassionate with other people, which is a very nice thing to have. It's very nice. However, when I find it with Death Door, with Tiger, with Grain, with Gan, I think it's basically telling me, F that. F that. It's time for you to focus on what you want and do. And yes, we control it, so we can do it. We can do it. Also, if you notice, this box of changes now, because it's Tiger, this is now, counters your new business. What does that mean? Do this so you can have this. Make the changes so you can have this. Okay? You have to close doors so that others can open many times. So there's things that you need to change, there's things that you need to do, and you need to do this as soon as possible. As soon as possible. Yeah, and there's our man said, but at the same time, there is a feeling to lose what I have already. Yes, and it is scary. I mean, I'm not saying it is scary sometimes to lose what you have. But you know what? I don't know if I don't have it here available with me, but there is a picture of a little boy holding a teddy bear. It's a tiny teddy bear, a beautiful teddy bear, and you know, it's Christ. It was a Catholic thing that somebody sent me, and there is a picture of Jesus holding this ginormous teddy bear behind him. And he says, give me this one. And the boy says, no, but I love it. And he says, trust me. Like the boy doesn't see the huge, beautiful teddy bear that's behind him. Why am I telling you that? You don't know what you have right now is comfortable and it's good. You don't know what's on the other side. You don't know. You don't know. Could it be better? Yes. Could it be worse? It could. But you can always go back to what you have. Or like what I said, start something new and still hold on to what you have. But I think sometimes we get too comfortable with what we have and we do not see the beautiful vision that lies ahead. I say that speaking from experience. Most of you know, I'm an attorney. I practiced for 18 years. I was doing well financially. I was fine. I was okay. If I would have held on to that and not jumped into this, I wouldn't have done what I'm doing right now. I wouldn't have done what I'm doing right now, and I wouldn't be with you guys. I was good. I was happy. I was comfortable. But I took a leap and I said, let me explore this. And I think everything that you do with passion, even if you fail, you succeed because you know what doesn't work. And then you tweak it and try it again. Remember, failure is just practice for success. It is what it is. Okay. So you never know what's on the other side. You know what huge teddy bear is right behind. just give it a shot and see. So you guys understand the achievement part, right? Does it make any sense? Does it resonate with you, what I'm telling you with achievement? Again, that is my interpretation. I don't know if anybody that's here from Chima wants to expand a little bit on that. You can open your mic. Anybody that has a little bit of knowledge of one. Andrew, I don't know if you're there. If I put you on the spot, haha. Anybody that has Chima knowledge of one, because we're smaller group, so it's okay. Anybody? Andrew, you there? You wanna talk? You can if you want to expand. Lily, you're good. Esty, you're good. You can open and expand a little bit.
Hi, muy buenos dias, everyone. Maybe perhaps can share a bit more. Master Paula has shared the mantra. Perhaps if you know about achievement, you can take your Destiny Palace. Example, my Destiny Palace on Northeast. So that also will resonate towards your life. So for example, my Northeast has an open door chief. And of course, there's a D right there. So in my point, I'm thinking, about this month, maybe I should be more open. I should be getting normal person help. Oh, I should be the normal person in terms of helping others. So that also will give you a glimpse of light of your achievement destiny chart related to this coming month energy. All right. That's all my sharing. Thank you.
No, yeah. No, and later on, I have the achievement section where we go through your destiny chart. But yes, you can also, the open door, that means that you have, and the point that Andrew said is very interesting. When you have the chief, a lot of people assume and say, oh, chief is going to help me. I have noble people. I have protection. But what happens when he comes and flies into your destiny palace? This is the Northeast. Become the noble person. Become the person that gives. Become the chief. And that's the active way that we do achievement. We become that which we want. If you want to be successful, you have to help people become successful. That's the way it works. Anybody else? See, I put Andrew on the spot, haha. Because he did it to me once, I had to do it to him. Anybody else? Esty, you there? You want to add? Annette, anybody? No. Good?
That scenery door has also got a life gua in the south sector. So it makes it really, really nice. Yes. So the year energy is already complying with that tortoise, with the snake, to the liqua, which we are going to be entering fully, strongly within 2024. So this is almost like a preparation year for us to be able to be more compliant compliant to the second wave for period 9. So it is very much a trial by fire every single month, where it's not the year to be complacent. It is the year for us to be going through the trials of fire. But only when we go through the trials of fire do we burn away that which is not true to our true essence, our true spirit, our true light, which we are here to share with everybody else. That's just my 2 cents. Sorry.
That's beautiful. Yes, absolutely. And also, like she says, the scenery door, which is fire, which is why I say that I love the fact that it's in Fuyin, which means it makes it strong. And here, if you look, I can, right here, we have the Lee hexagram also in this combination. The Lee hexagram also is fire. So it's pointing to all of that. So, and I like to look also like, I'm very visual. So aside from the combination, I look at this mountain that is here present. I look at this ocean that is here present, and I look at this Liwa with the sun. So it's a beautiful combination too. But in order to do that, you need to make changes, and you cannot let yourself be influenced negatively by other people. So yeah, thank you so much, Esty. That was beautiful sharing. Thank you. Okay, so let's keep going. Okay, this is the earth. I'm sorry. Yeah, the earth horse that we have here. First of all, is one of the elegant pillars, which means it is refined, it's very sentimental. People love to be with you. It is great creating relationships. So if you have this horse, you have that. And the most important thing for me is one of the spiritual pillars. If you have been studying with me for a while, you know that I don't like to call it spiritual pillars. I know that's why JY calls them, which perfect, of course. And I know that's the name. I prefer to call it vibrational pillar. Why? Because when you say spiritual pillar, a lot of people have the misunderstanding. Oh, so I'm going to become spiritual. It's a beautiful thing. I'm a wonderful person. Kumbaya, everything comes to me. And then that's what happened at the beginning. A lot of people were thinking that, oh, I have a spiritual pillar, so I'm a spiritual person. No, what it means is you're a vibrational person. What you have is what you get. If you're a horrible human being vibrating negative energy, that's what you're going to have. Now, does that make you very spiritual? No, it doesn't. So basically, I changed the term and I call it vibrational. My students know, Magali's laughing because she knows that I've been saying that for years. I like to call it vibrational, which means however you vibrate, that's what you're going to get. So basically this month, or if you have this pillar, I want you to be aware that whatever is manifesting in your life, guess what? It was created by you, which is why I said at the beginning, do not become a victim. Do not say, why these horrible things happen to me. You know why these horrible things happen to you? Because you created it. You created it. That's why these horrible things are happening to you. You guys know that what we're living today, here we go. That's why this class never ends, because I start talking. You know, this is what happens. You know, the life that what we're living right now is the movie that you wrote last year. You know that, right? This right now is what you manifested months, a year ago. Somehow you did. Maybe you didn't verbalize it. Maybe you didn't write it, but you vibrated it. That's it. So what are you going to have next year? Is whatever you're vibrating this year. And that's why this month is very important for you to see what it is that you need to change. So those people, those situations, those scenarios that are happening in your life this month, you created them. So now you deal with them. Now you fix them, you change it, and you see why. Those negative people that are around you because you want them in your life, because they fitting something in you that you need to change. Have you guys noticed that the moment that you detach yourself from drama, that you detach or you forgive or whatever it is, those negative situations and just people just disappear? They just go away. They just go away. Because you fix that which was causing them to be in your life. Like a lot of times when people say, oh, Paola, you know, I work in this horrible environment. Everybody's always gossiping and people is always so jealous of each other. And I'm like, oh, wow, how long have you been there? 10 years. Then you're a jealous, gossipy person. There's no other way to put it. If you've been there for 10 years and you've been complaining about it for 10 years, and that's who you are. I'm sorry, because I want to last there a day before I'm out, right? Because you're okay with that energy. Something else that I was talking to yesterday at the beginning of my Zoom with my Spanish students, and I say this a lot in my feng shui classes. If you are looking for a home to buy, this is how I believe in energy. If right now you're broke, financially really bad, you're having horrible relationships, your health is horrible, so you're not downward spiral, right? And you're gonna move. And Esty comes and tells him, Pao, let's assume it's her. It's not her, obviously. Canceled. Everything I said, canceled for her. But let's assume it's her. And then she tells me, Pao, I found the house of my dreams. I walked into the house and I love it. What am I going to tell her? Absolutely, under no circumstances you get in the house. Why? If you're broke, financial issues, health issues, and you walk into this house and you feel good, why do you feel good? Because that house supports everything which you are. Same thing if she's single and she's feeling all of that, and she tells her, Pao, I found the man of my dream. Run. Run, because you're not in a vibrational level to meet somebody higher than you. That person is exactly the same way you are. So if your life right now you don't like, you created it. Change it. Okay? I always tell people, when they're trying to find two houses, I love A, I hated B, go with B. Go with B. I don't care, go with B. Because if you like A, it's because that house is going to support everything that you have right now. No, don't send me the floor plan. I don't care about the floor plan. Go with the other one. But no, that's the same thing with people, you know, it's just the way it is. Energy attracts itself. Okay, so this horse, it's a mountain with fire, so it's like a volcano. The rock is black and ashy, full of strength. It's fiery, tempered with cooled water. I'm sorry, it's fire tempered and it's cooled by water. It needs ran. So obviously, if you have this horse in your chart, hopefully you have a ran, or if you have a pig, or when you go through a pig cycle, it's beneficial to you. It fears more fire. It doesn't have more fire. I'm sorry, it doesn't want more fire. Basically, it could be self-sabotage, which is why I've been telling you for the last few minutes that this month could be a lot of self-sabotaging. Why? Because it's a fiery pillar with a lot of fire that doesn't like, okay, and very little water to cool it. There is that hidden pig right there. So we have the resources, but I need you to make sure that you do not let all that insecurity, self-sabotage you. It's usually not a peaceful person because there's a lot of emotions, and those emotions can get you sick. Again, why I suggested you guys do some sort of spirituality this month is because I don't want those emotions to get you sick. Find a way to release those emotions, that confusion through spirituality or whatever it is, Usually addicted to adrenaline, they like high-risk sports, prefers to work independently. It's hard to handle, so it's better to be your own boss. Again, why I'm pushing you guys to do your own business, because the pillar's also telling me this is a pillar that's not meant to be an employee. This is meant to have their own business, no? They usually don't manage money well because of broad wealth. This is probably the kind of person that if we go out to eat, I'll pay. If we go buy coffee, I'll pay. Can I reimburse you? No. So it's a person that's very generous too. So it doesn't mean necessarily that you're going to be throwing away money, but it's a very generous person. Usually could have heart problems because of all the fire, usually. And if you're a woman, you can have maybe some period menstruation problems because of the amount of fire. This person is a leader. The thinking is innovative and profound, able to bring ideas from conception to reality, moving the process in a methodological and viable way, understands exactly how to get from A to Z. This is why I told you, I don't want you to get distracted by somebody else in the way. If you want to get from here to here, go. Don't worry about people telling you cannot do it. Try. If you fail, you start again. Doesn't matter. Simple things are very boring for this person. They want excitement. It requires a challenge, complexity, and mental stimulation to be happy. As a true leader, do not want to be subordinate to anybody. That's why you need to be your own boss. May prefer to be an entrepreneur rather than work under a supervisor. It represents hope and enlightenment, and therefore they're usually well-studied individuals with an enormous amount of hidden knowledge. So it's a beautiful pillar. Obviously, this is the energy, the flavor of the month. But if you have, does any of you have that? Were any of you born in a wood and an earth horse? Because those characteristics, generally speaking, obviously you have to look at it. Your month chart, okay, your month one. Yes, Andrew. So those are the general characteristics of that pillar. Very general. Obviously, you have to look at the whole thing, to see. Yeah, so that's what that means. Okay, and also, again, what we said before, vibration. So if you have those pillars, Noelia, Andrew, Esty, Charlotte, that means you have the vibrational pillar, what I said before. You have the ability to manifest everything in your life. So you have to make sure that everything you think, everything you vibrate, the people that you surround yourself with is what you want to have and create in your life. Because you have the power to manifest everything, because you're going to attract. There's only 10 pillars, and that's one of them. So make sure that everything is aligned, congruency, right? Congruency. What you want is how you're vibrating so that you get it. If you enter the lock pillar of that, Oko, if you enter in that 10-year cycle, then during the 10-year, you might have those characteristics. Okay, that could be that. You might have those characteristics, or also you might be surrounded by people that have those characteristics. Usually the 10-year cycle means things that come to you. So it could be you have a little bit of those qualities, but also people around you, your external world has those characteristics. So you might be surrounded with people that are very like that. So that could be it. Okay. Now, no, DE, well, DE is not necessarily negative, Oko. DE, if you have it in DE, no. First of all, the characteristics are reduced a little bit, but also means that whether you do or do not do something do not affect you. It's not negative. One day I'll do, because I know I did in Spanish, but one day I'm going to do a free class for you guys on DE, death and emptiness in a Batsha chart. It's very interesting. It's not necessarily negative. Don't think about it negatively. It's not. And actually, if you have a lot of fire in your chart and you have this in death and emptiness, it's actually favorable because it's reducing the amount of fire. So it's okay. Believe me, it's okay. Okay, this is the hexagram that we have for the month. It is the cauldron hexagram. It has is composed by these two triagrams. The Joey Yap, the one that he always says is make sure you always keep your promises and stay up to date and updated with all new things. My interpretation of this hexagram, the way I see it, first of all, it's going to be very powerful in period 9 because we have a Lee hexagram right here. So it's very powerful for period 9. The way I interpret this hexagram is this. The cauldron is, like a cooking utensil, like a cooking pan that you use. And, through millions of years, thousands of years, we have used that to cook, to convert raw things into edible, delicious food. So basically, the way I look at this hexagram is the process of cooking something. You need to, again, trust the process. Maybe at the beginning when you used to, well, not us, but when you used to eat foods that were raw and eat meat that was raw, the thought of putting it in a fire, cooking it and eating it maybe was something that sounded weird to you and maybe illogical. And even when you're cooking something, then maybe the process of cooking doesn't look very appetizing until it's done. So the way I interpret this hexagram in my life is trust the process. Trust the process. And what I think, Armin, we talked about before, being afraid of losing this when you don't know what could be here. Sometimes you can have a steak that's raw and you're like, okay, it looks good, but wouldn't it look better if it's cooked? Yeah, but you don't know that unless you have gone through the process and understand that it will be better later. So basically, my interpretation of this hexagram is trust the process. Okay, trust the process. And since it is a period 9 hexagram that we have this month, again, is trust the process of getting you to wherever it is that you need to go. Empowerment. I line to, yes, period 9, womanly hexagram. Absolutely. Also, trust the process. I always do this, and I know that you guys like this. These are the hexagrams that are combining or aligning with sailing. I just saw you from France. Sorry, I got distracted. I might be going to France in September because my daughter is going to be doing the Paris Fashion Show. So definitely, if I go out, I contact you and see maybe we can grab a cup of coffee or anything, okay? I just saw you. I'm like, oh my God, I have to tell her. Thank you. Yeah, so I'll let you know if we go. It might be at the end of September, so I'll let you know. Hopefully, I'm the one that gets to go with her, so we'll see. Okay, focus, ADD, focus. Okay, so the horse month. So this is something that I do for you guys, and I know you guys like it. I combine the hexagram of the month, and I do it with the pillars that combine with the hexagram. My students that did my day selection class know how to do it manually. So basically, if you have any of these pillars, you have a special connection with the month. Okay, it's like it's your friend. Particularly the ones that I have here in a frame, these 3 have what is called a heaven and earth combination. The other ones is just a heaven combination, which is very good, but still it's good, okay? It's just that these are supreme. What does that mean? Depending where you have it in your chart, I wouldn't worry too much on the 10-year cycle. Do not worry about that for now. If you have it on your year of birth, let me just stop. If you have it in your year of birth, this is a great month for you to focus on what? Social media, contacting people, gathering groups. You're outside, go out. Like I said, even if your neighbor is celebrating their dog's birthday, you go. I need you out there, people knowing you, social media, I need you there. If it's in your month of birth, that is great for your job, your career. Make sure that your people, your clients, your coworkers, your supervisors know who you are, what you do, why you're worth it. So be present, get there early, leave late, be visible, okay? If you have it in your day, that is great for self-transformation, for you to go within yourself, to make changes within yourself, to focus on yourself and or your spouse, your relationship. If it's in the hour, it is great for your children. It is great for your thoughts, your dreams, your goals, your investments. So depending where you have it, I want you to make sure that you put a lot of emphasis on that pillar. You're going to see later on that there's going to be, like, for instance, this is a horse month that clashes with a rat. And you're probably wondering, Pao, but there's a rat here. Yes, but this particular rat, the water rat, has like an exception this month. Yes, it is a clash, but the clash is being diminished by the combination. Or there will be a change in their life, but probably for the better. Why? Because it's a hexagram combination, okay? So I just want you to know that later on, you're going to see a destruction with the rabbit. You're going to see things like that, but do not worry about it too much. You're going to see if there's an ox here. No, there's no ox. So basically, even if you see later on that, oh, but it has a clash, if it's here, it's okay. Do any of you have this? If it's in the 10-year cycle, I wouldn't put too much emphasis on it. It would just be more your year, month, day, and hour. Yesterday, we had people that had 4 of them. So like, it was really good. Does anybody have, let's say, like 3 of them? It's okay if you don't. It's okay if you don't. If you do, great. It's a plus. But we're going to keep going through other steps. Carolina, you have 2. Okay, great. Depending where you have it, in those aspects of your life, you have that little bit of a boost. So 1, perfect, Martin. 1 is fine. Fine. Oko, you have 3. That's great. This is a great month, again, pushing you to do that, pushing you in those aspects of your life where you have it. I'm going to share this presentation with you guys tomorrow in my Telegram channel, so you don't have to worry about like taking so many pictures or anything. Don't worry about it. I'll share it. Okay. So now let's talk about this. This is the one from my chart, but caballo is horse, okay? And here it has a little horse, so even Anwu is the name in Chinese, so even if you don't understand, this obviously has been altered for me to be able to use it as a reference. It's impossible for a human being to have all these horses in this. It's impossible. It's not okay with the formula, but I just did this for you to see it, okay? If you have JYs, then this is the way it will look. Okay, so if the horse is your nobleman, if you go right here, nobleman, or right here, nobleman, if you have horse in here, then it means that this is a month to lessons, okay? Particularly if you have rat in your chart, which means it clashes. So if your horse is your nobleman, this is going to be a month that is going to take you from here to here. It could be nice, beautiful lessons. It could be tough lessons. If not, like what Andrew says, if you have a horse in your nobleman chart, why don't you become a noble person for somebody else? If you have a horse in the noble star, please become that noble person to somebody else. Help that person, because I think everything is yin and yang in life. If I yang, I will yin, I will receive. So become the noble person. And also everything that happens this month, I want you to think of why. Like, for instance, if I need help and I ask Selena, I'm like, look, I need help. And she says, no, I cannot help you. Or flat out, I don't want to help you. Instead of me being offended, why she's a horrible person. If I'm always helping her, she's not helping me now. I have to stop and think, why is she saying no to me in this month that I have a nobleman star when she's supposed to be helping? No, she's being my nobleman. Maybe she's teaching me and telling me I can do this on my own and I don't need her. You understand? That's the way I want you to think. Don't be like this horrible human being. She's supposed to help me. I'm always helping you. No. Why is she not helping me? Because maybe since she didn't help me, I start studying and I learn how to do it myself. And now I don't need her. So again, when you have a nobleman visiting you, it doesn't mean everybody's going to help you. No, nobleman means you go from here to here. That's all that it means. And also you become the noble person for that person. Also, it can be your nobleman Tai Chi. I don't think JY has it here. He has it in another one, but then in mine, you can find it. If it has caballo, then it's basically what we explained before. I suggest that you definitely please have a spiritual connection this month and become that person that helps other people. Try to do some meditations, try to do some mantras, some prayers, whatever works for you, please. There's no right or wrong way to do spiritualities, whatever works for you. Please try to do that. You will need it. Okay. Academic star. If you have the horses, academic star. So 2 things. 1, this is a great month for you to do what I said before. Study, learn. I don't care if you don't have any money. There's free things on YouTube. There's free things on the internet. Re-study something. Go back to your notes and review something. This is a great month for you to learn. But also, the way I look at academic star is not only academically. I think this could be a month of a lot of revelations. This could be a month where you understand the why of many things. Why does this thing always happening to me? What do I need to learn from this? So again, I think this is a great month for the whys. So take note of everything that's happening in your life and see what it is that I need to change and why this is happening. But of course, it's a great month to study and learn. Absolutely, it is. Romantic, peach blossom or romantic star, depending how people have it. I think some people call it peach blossom, some people call it romantic star, some people have a love star. Either way, here it is. If you have caballo, the horse, contrary to what people think, this doesn't mean that you're going to find love. That doesn't mean anything. It means people are attracted to you. That's it. That's all it means. People are attracted to you. People can be attracted to me to come and steal my car. Okay, people are attracted to me to buy my courses. It could be people are attracted to me. People are visible. I'm visible to people. So if you have the horse, that means that this is a month where people are going to take notice of you. Good or bad, I ask you that question. What is your life? If you're doing something illegal, if you're doing something wrong, that might come to light. Be careful. If you're doing wonderful things, are you promoting good things? Then that's great because it's fame. Fame means you're being noticed. So does it mean that you're going to find love? No, it means that people are going to be attracted to you. Does it mean good quality people? You know, good quality people, bad quality people, depends on your chart. But I just want you to know that doesn't necessarily mean good people or good fame. It means you are being seen. That's all. Okay, which is good if you want to be seen. Okay, if you have it on death and emptiness, which I think somebody mentioned before, if you have it on death and emptiness right here, muerte y vacío, caballo. If you have it on death and emptiness, it means, generally speaking, we can say that it's reduced. Everything that I just said about the horse is reduced for you. That's one way to look at it. The other way to look at it is that you're not affected or impacted with whatever happens in your life. You're cool either way. It's fine. You're not attached to whatever the horse brings you. That is a little bit more advanced. That's why I said that I just give you guys a class on it later, because what do you mean not attached to? Well, it depends what 10 gods the horse is for you. Like for instance, for me, for Paola, the 10 gods, I'm sorry, the horse is wealth. So if I have my horse in DE, that means that I'm not attached to my wealth. Whether I have it or I don't, it's okay. Doesn't mean I'm not going to have money. I want to make that very clear with death and emptiness. It does not mean that I'm not going to have money. I could be a gazillionaire, but whether I'm a gazillionaire or I'm very poor does not change my life. Okay, so that's what death and emptiness means in my interpretation. Noelia, I'm studying English and Chinese for the face of the Paola. Oh, there you go, perfect. Yes, academic star is the same thing as intelligent star. Yes, it is. Celestial doctor, heavenly doctor. If you have the horse, this is a tricky one because I always tell people that I'm going to give you this as a general background, but please do not go 100% with this because you need to do more day selection to be able to do that. Heavenly doctor simply means that if you have the horse, this is a good month for you to have medical procedures done and things like that. However, please do not go just by that. That's a very sensitive subject. You need to have date selection. You need to look at the whole chart. But generally speaking, it means that the gods are with you for medical procedure. But you need more than that. Okay, we need more than that. Extinction star is the opposite. It means that it's not a good month for you to be doing medical procedures. Okay, so as a rule of thumb, if you have an extension horse this month, then generally speaking, yes, we can say do not do anything that's invasive. Can you have both? Yes, you can have both. There's a situation that you can have both. It sounds like a contradiction, but what I will say in the scenario is then use it as an extension star and don't do it. Unless you're being guided by a practitioner that tells you exactly when you can do something, please don't do it. Okay, don't do it. That's what it is. A little bit tricky, but you have to be careful with that. Okay, so that's that. We don't. The horse is not a traveling horse. It's not a wealth star for traveling star, so that's why I didn't mention that. So it's not a solitary star, so that's why I didn't mention those. I only mentioned the ones that are applied to the horse. Okay, good. So we can keep going. We're good, right? Thanks to everyone that's joining us in YouTube. Thank you so much. Okay, perfect. The horse month, here we go. It combines with the goat. So if you have a goat, here's your friend this month. So if you have it in the month, this is the month for you to do. This is not to take a sabbatical month and just relax. No, this is not the month to relax. This is a month to do. So definitely a goat, you're happy this month. You have your friend there visiting you. Why is the goat happy? Because the goat is friends with the horse for the month and is friends with the rabbit of the year. So goats have a really, really good month this month. And you're going to be the duke. You're going to be the king. You're going to be the emperor in the month of July. So goats, good for you this month. Okay. If you have dog and or tiger, but preferably if you have both, but you can have one or the other, then it's also very good for you. It is also very good. Yeah, Lenny, you have a goat in the month, so do whatever it takes. This is the month to do. And remember, it's going to have the supreme power for 2024 and period 9. So go ahead and do. Goat, it's my nobleman. Yeah, it's your nobleman. It's good because it combines with, so you might have lessons that you learn and people that help you grow. Yeah, if it's your nobleman. Okay, so if you have the dog and or the tiger, same thing as I say with the goat. It's very good. Why? Because it combines with the month. Again, particularly, I love actually both, but the dog more than anything because the dog combines with the horse of the month and combines also with the rabbit for the year. So either one of those that you have, perfect. If you have tiger is good. Tiger is good too. If you have them both, even better. Or if you only have dog, even better. Okay, if you have both, Martin, perfect, because if you have both, that means that you have the trilogy. You have the horse, which we all have this month, you have the tiger, and you have the 3 amigos, so you need to go ahead and do. If the tiger is pulled by 2 or other pillars, yeah, well, but it will be a hidden tiger, so it's not as present. It's not as present because the month is not allowing the tiger to come in. You guys understand, right? For an animal to come in, that element needs to be supported by the month. This month, there's a lot of fire. Tiger is wood. Wood is being weakened by fire. So for the tiger to be pulled in strongly, it needs to be supported by the season, which it will need to be in the wood season or it will need to be in the water season. The fire season pulls the tiger away a little bit. So it's not that visible. That's what it is. Okay. Okay. So let me keep, I'm sorry, I lost my mouse. Here it is. Okay. Okay. Same thing with the snake and or the goat. The goat, we already know that, but I'm adding the snake right now because the snake, the goat, and the horse is the entire fire season. So if you have all 3, or well, all 2, because you guys all know that we do have a horse, right? Whether we want to or not, we have a horse. There's a horse this month, so we all have a horse. So if you have a snake and a goat, that means now you have all 3, and Annette, you have a lot of fire. A lot of fire. And we know because of your health, that particular area, you need to be more careful now when we do feng shui, and you know about feng shui, to stay away from the east and stay away from the northwest, because that's a lot of fire in your chart. Way too much fire in your chart. So you have to be a little bit more careful. I just personally know her chart, so I know that's why I know that's too much fire for her. But that's what it means. It's too much fire. Okay. So I'm sorry, I moved. If you have a rat, it clashes. Remember, a clash, I like clashes. My best years have been with clash. So if you have a rat, it could represent a change in that pillar where you have the rat. The rat is the conception palace and the mind palace. For now, let's not examine, because I'm going to give you guys a specific class on English, on conception and mind palace, because there's a different interpretation to read it. The rat is very weak. The rat is very, very weak this month. Obviously, there's a lot of fire, is very weak. So it's being clashed a lot. So wherever you have that rat, it can represent changes in that aspect of your life. Okay? In that aspect of your life, changes. I'm not saying bad changes. I'm saying changes. It could be you get promoted in a job. Could you be demoted? Yes, you could be demoted. Could you just lose your job? Yes, you could lose your job. It means changes. I don't have your specific chart. It tells you which one it means, but I just want you to be aware that in that aspect of your life, there could be changes. Now, try to make the changes yourself. Change something in your life. Change something in your job if it's in the month. Change something in your personal life if it's in the day. And also now when we do feng shui, you'll be able to see where you might want to locate yourself to be able to improve that aspect of your life to have better changes, okay? Now, the ox. I like clashes. I'm not too crazy with harms, okay? Why? Because harms are painful. Harms hurt, emotionally hurt. If you have an ox this month, you might feel betrayed. You might feel that people are not supporting you. Can that feeling be real and authentic? It could be, but it could also be that you're feeling things more than usual. So you are a little bit more sensitive this month. So do not overreact. Think before things happen. Things before you react. You have the ability to amplify your problems or your emotions, so see things worse than what they are. Maybe this person does this to you all the time, but this month it hurts you more. So just be aware of that. Now, something that I have learned through my experience is if you have, in this case, the ox in the day or in the hour, please take care of your health this month. Okay, please take care of your health this month. And now when we talk about feng shui, you're going to see why I would suggest to stay away from the east and stay away from the northwest. Yeah, okay, a little bit of a drama queen, yes. And it's because it's just things that didn't bother you before bother you more this month. So think before you react, that's all. And also, yes, there is a possibility of real deception, of real betrayal. Yes, that is also can happen. I am not afraid of clashes, but I respect harms. Definitely. I respect harms. If you have a destruction, which means you have a rabbit, which is what I explained this month, remember that the rabbit was next to the horse. It means change. It means a transformation. It's not necessarily something bad. It just means in that aspect of your life, maybe if it's in the year, maybe you move, maybe you have a new circle of friends, maybe something in your city happens that changes you for the better or for the worse, depending, a new community, a new challenge. So basically what I say is just be open to new things. It doesn't necessarily mean something bad. It just means something changes. And it's usually like an abrupt change also. It's usually like an abrupt change. Doesn't mean negative. It's just, it is what it is. You have to look deeper and see what the horse means. I'm sorry, that the rabbit represents in your chart to see where it's coming from. Maybe the 10 gods. If you know about the 10 gods, you know what it means. Like if the rabbit is your wealth enemy, it could be something related to wealth changes. If it's your spouse, it could be something related to your spouse. If it's a resource, it could be something related to your health. So that's a little bit more advanced, but generally speaking, we can say that it's, change that happens, transformation. Okay, Fu Yin and Fan Yin. This is the Fu Yin for the month, which means it's exactly the same pillar. I think some of you mentioned that you have this one. I have a love-hate relationship with Fu Yin. Fu Yin, and probably most of you have heard it's negative. I don't like to say it's negative because maybe you have a weak earth horse in your chart, and when another one comes, makes it stronger. And maybe that might be good in your chart. Okay, maybe that might be good. So I don't like to say it's automatically negative. What it does is make that pillar stronger, whatever that means in your chart. It makes it stronger. But generally speaking, a Fu Yin, generally speaking, represents sad events, represents issues with your health or expected events that are sad. Like usually if you have somebody that is sick, that is maybe passing away, then maybe this could be the month that it happened. You're expecting a negative news or bad news about something, then maybe it's a month that is happening. So usually Fu Yin is associated in the classics with negative events. It's not always the case, but I just wanted to give you the heads up just in case that happens to you. Maybe that is the reason why. But I think I don't like to automatically say negative events without looking at your chart and know if it's necessarily, because maybe it could be great. Maybe you need that in your chart. Like for instance, somebody that mentioned that has it in death and emptiness. Maybe your fire is so weak in your chart and it's on death and emptiness, and now this other fire comes, this other horse comes, and it actually fills a void. So it becomes a full horse. So maybe it's positive in your chart. So that's why I don't like to say automatically, but generally speaking, that's what it means. Fan Yin is this too. This is the real Fan Yin. This is actually called Heaven and Earth Clash, but let's just call it Fan Yin for ease of calling it, right? Fan Yin, it's a sudden flip. It's a sudden change in circumstances. This is something unexpected. This is expected change. This is unexpected change. This is something that you were not expecting. I didn't say negative. It could be you get promoted. We're going to give you a promotion. We're going to give you a raise. Your boyfriend proposes and you want that, right? It could also be the opposite. It could be the opposite. What is it? Depends on your chart. But it usually means a sudden change. If you have it in the year, it could be a move, a migration. It could be a change of your industry, change in your social media. I suggest that if you have any of these two, but remember that this one was one of the special pillars, remember? This one was one of the special pillars. So this is very powerful this month. So if you have it in the year, I suggest be present, be out there, make changes in your social media, create a social media, be very out there, be very present, I suggest, if you have it. It could be, if you have it in the month, it could be something related to your job. So change things, become better, become indispensable, show what you can do, better your job, better your career, better help your colleagues become better. So do something different. You create a change in your job. If it's in the day, it's personal, it's you. You can do physical change for you. You can also go internal change. It could be something related to your spouse. If you're single, you meet somebody. If you have somebody, it could change. It can become a better relationship. It could end your relationship. Which one do you want? Obviously, it depends on you. You know, I don't know if Eldania is there, but Eldania was happy to get a divorce. Right, Eldania? I don't know if she's there. She was very happy with her divorce. So if she has a partner, this is a great month to get divorced, if that's the case, right? If you have it in the hour, then it's great for investments. It's change of your investments. It could be you make more money. It could be you make less money. Yes. It's if you don't have children and you have this in the hour, you could get pregnant. Your wife, your girlfriend can get pregnant. It is possible. It's a change. So it could be also a different, something happens that makes you change your way of thinking, that changes your vision, that changes your goal. Which one of you have one of these two in the hour, particularly in the hour? Does any of you have that in the hour? Magali, okay, perfect. You have it in the hour. Annette, in the hour. Remember what we talked about at the beginning. This is a month that now is telling you and is pushing you to change the way you think. And if you don't voluntarily change the way you think or your vision of what you want, particularly for period 9, life is going to slap you and it's going to make you then change it. So start thinking right now, what changes do I need to make? Do you guys have things that you're thinking already that you want to change? Then if that's the case, then do it. Then you do the change. Because remember, if you do the change, then life doesn't give you the change. Binzi, not necessarily what you do, Esty, if you have the fire rat, you have a clash with hour, which is good, but it's not a fan yin. Because for it to be a fan yin, the rat, the Bing rat, which will be here, obviously, you know, it will be a Bing rat, doesn't clash. It clashes a rat, but Bing doesn't do anything to Wu, so it's not a fan yin. So it definitely represents a change in your thoughts because you have it in the hour, but it's not a full fan yin clash or a full heaven and earth clash. It's not as strong as the people that have this too. Why is it a fan yin? Because if you notice, this clashes this clashes that. That's a fan yin. Heaven and earth clash is this clashes this, but the other way around, this clashes that. See the difference? And that's why this particular pillars have that. Okay? All right. I thought the water pig is interesting for this month. It is very interesting for the month, the pig. First of all, it's a pure pillar of water. It is definitely a pure pillar of water. And it has the Bing to combine with this one, like which is, hold on. Not the Bing, the Ren, I'm sorry. I will have to find it. Here we go. It has the Ren, which I love Ren with this combo. Yes, it's a night. The way I look at it, it's a mountain with the ocean and the moon, right? So it's a beautiful picture, but notice that it's nighttime. So it's a lot of hidden treasures, a lot of going in. And you know that the water pig is the last cycle, the last one of the 64 jatsas, so the 64 pillars, and is the closing on ending of things when we want to start and begin. So yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's a pretty pillar for that. Yeah. Okay, so now let's talk about the 10 gods. I believe all of you know which is your day master. Just make sure that you type it in the chat just to make sure that you know. It could be mine, it could be Joey, it could be the Intuichi app, whichever one you have. It will be here on the day that you were born. Just this is only one word that you're gonna type. You don't type any of that. This is, if you have mine, that's what you have. But just please type it because I want to make sure you type correctly. And if I move on and somebody types the wrong thing, please correct them because I want to make sure that they do it correctly. I'm going to wait for YouTube. Right now, Zoom is okay, but I'm going to wait for YouTube. It's only the date stamp, nothing else. Okay, good. Just let me wait a few seconds for YouTube. because now we're going to personalize this a little bit more to you. Okay, we're going to talk about the 10 gods in relationship to your day master. So this is, Esty was telling us at the beginning that she has a little cheat sheet that she has for her whenever like the months come or what the 10 gods mean for her on a daily basis. So that's something that I want you guys to do too. Okay, Mary, okay, yin metal, okay, good. So it will be sin. Remember, Mary, because the word that I'm going to put later is going to be the correct word, and I want to make sure that you look for sin. So if you have here sin, then that's yin metal, okay? Okay, perfect. All right, so let's begin. All right, here it is. What I'm going to do is I am going to give you a summary. I'm going to share all of this with you guys in the PDF, but I think this is the best way to do it, which I changed my format yesterday while I was doing it with students. Just so you know, obviously this is the month of June. This is Wu, which is the top stem, and this is Ding, which is the hidden stem of the horse. This is in red. This is bigger because it's stronger, more powerful, and more accessible for you to obtain and gain. Okay. This, like I've always said, this is like the fruit, the mango, the apple of the tree, which when you're hungry, you get it, you eat. This is the root of the tree, which is, yes, it's strong, there is present, but when I'm hungry, I do nothing with the root. I need the fruit. So this is more accessible for you to eat, for you to work with during the month of June or any month, okay? So that's why I put it bigger and in red. So for a more advanced level, these are also present because they're hidden or harder to access. That's all. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to combine them both for you and giving you a forecast, okay? That's what I'm going to do. But anyways, this page and this page, you're going to have it tomorrow when I show you the PDF. And like, for instance, if you're Ding, here, hurting officers, you can read what it says for there. And friend is in the next page. You can read what it says for there. But what I'm going to do right now is just give you my interpretation. Is that okay? Just give you my interpretation of combining them both instead of reading you what literally it says in there that you can read that on your own. So I figure it will be best to do it this way. Okay. So if you have Bing, type if you have Bing, I'm talking to you. Bing on your day master. You were born on the top stand of Bing. I'm talking to you. So basically, you have Eating God and Rob Wealth. The way I look at that is a lot of competition. You're going to have a lot of competition, but that is okay because you're going to have the ideas, the knowledge, the creativity to compete. It's okay. Competition is good because competition makes you a better person and makes you a better business person, makes you a better practitioner, makes you a better everything. So basically, yes, there is a lot of competition, but I want you to know that you will have the ideas to compete. So you need to go within yourself and find and make yourself better. And yes, go out there and compete. Rob Wealth, it is a great start. It is a great 10 gods for you to gather people, to meet with people and share your ideas. But also when you have a lot of people, that means a lot of people competing for the same thing. So you might see a lot of people in your industry doing the same thing. But you know what? Nobody does it like you do. Just remember that. Nobody does it like you do. Same thing, if we all cook, same thing, it's not going to taste the same. We all have our secret ingredients, right? So you are Bing, you are the sun. Nobody's like you. Do your best and become yourself, okay? And become yourself. So a lot of competition. Also, you might have some unexpected expenses that you might have to invest in. The way I say is invest in knowledge, invest in something that's going to make you grow. So invest in a class, invest in a course, invest in a program, invest in something that makes you have better ideas to compete. Okay, that's for you Bing this month. Imagine also if who has Bing and has horse as their romantic or peach blossom star. Both. You have Bing as your day master and horse is your romantic or peach blossom star. Who has both? Then you have a lot of competition and people see you. So that's great if you want to be seen, obviously, right? Okay, Ding, I'm talking now to Ding. If you have Ding, it is attention to me. Attention to me, look at me. The world is looking, the world is listening. This is more your creativity. You have the ability to create. This is you have the ability to deliver your creation. So please, if you have Ding, communicate, show, talk, videos, blogs, but I would rather you physically communicate, you physically talk. I want to see you everywhere if you have Ding, particularly if you have Ding and horse is your romantic star or your peach blossom star. And you will have the help and people will assist you. Christina, you have it. So Christina, I want you visible. I want you out there. I want you talking. I want you conversing. I want you doing videos. I don't know how. Learn how. Then figure out how to do it. You have a mic. You have a mic with people, like-minded people waiting to listen. This is the definition of a microphone. It's a mic. And these are people, like-minded people. People like you that like what you like, waiting to listen to you. So do it. Then do it. You know, and you're Ding, so you're a candle in the darkness, so you bring hope. So they want you to give them hope. So it's very pretty. It's very pretty. Woo. If you have Woo, you have the friend star and you have direct research. What does that mean? Knowledge. But here's the key. Listen to me, Woo. This is the key. I want you to make it personal. I want you to combine your knowledge, what you know, with your life experiences. Don't just tell me how to do something. Tell me how you did it. Armin, you have, so don't tell me how to do something. Tell me how you do it. Personalize it to me because you have direct resource with friend. Personalize it to me. If you personalize it to me, people will follow you. Does it make any sense? Do you like this format? You like the format that I'm doing, like combining them both instead of reading what it says right there? Is it easier for you? Yes? Okay. So basically, teach me how you do it. Show me how you do it. Okay? Show me how you do it. That's basically with the Woo. Okay? The Yin Earth right here, you have indirect resource and you have rope well. Okay, this is a lot of competition again, just like we spoke with Bing. You have a lot of competition. Let me just circle the one so I don't get confused. Okay, you have a lot of competition, just like Bing. You have a lot of competition, and you have the knowledge also to do it. But this is the thing. I want you to go within yourself. This is more, the direct resource is more like book smart, knowledge of how to do something. This is show me how you feel. You will win and you will be successful if you show me you, yourself, your spiritual part, your thoughts. I want to connect with you. You understand what I'm saying? This is like, I want to connect with your knowledge, with your brain, right? Ye Earth, I want to connect with your vibration, with your heart, with your soul. Make me feel a part of you. That's how you're going to get successful in this one. Now, this is the key. Make sure you don't get distracted. Don't get distracted because in direct wealth, you can go into la-la land, trying to, too out there that you can get distracted. So make sure you don't get distracted. That's the key. Stay focused because you can be a little bit woo out there. Okay, so stay focused on what you're doing. You start meditating and you forget about the rest of the stuff that you have to do. Okay, good. The metal. Yang metal. If you have yang metal, you have indirect. Oh, sorry. It's supposed to be indirect wealth, right? Indirect wealth. Yeah. Oh, no. Wait, hold on. I'm confused. IR? IR, right? Sorry. Yeah. IR. It should be IR. Sorry. I died in Spanish. IR. So you have IR and you have DO. Yeah, I'm like, that doesn't look correct. DO. Okay. So basically, what does this mean? It means discipline. It means discipline. It means bettering your knowledge, your abilities. Okay. Forget. Yang metal is very like this, right? So it's basically have the discipline, give you the opportunity to have an open mind. Does that make sense? You're very metal, right? Things are black and white. When indirect source comes, basically tells you, open your mind to new things. Be open to just feel things. get away from being too rigid. So be disciplined in not being rigid. Let it be. Focus on just feeling and being and connecting with yourself. And also fine-tuning or specializing in an area of your life that you want to better. Like what I said before, just don't be a BATSA practitioner. Be a BATSA practitioner for health. Don't just be an accountant. Be an accountant for attorneys. You understand what I'm saying? Be more specific in an area and discipline about that, about being open to doing that. I know it's a little bit contradictory because for Gun it's a little bit different, but that's what I want you to know. And there's a lot of fire this month. You're very weak. You're not even in the chart for the month. So this might be a little bit challenging for you, but it's okay. You can do it. You're young metal. You can do everything. It's okay. Okay. Sin has direct resource and 7 killings. I love this combination, particularly for Sin, because this is learning fast. You have the ability to learn things in a quick manner. So imagine if you're Sin Day Master and also the horse is your academic star. Charlotte, again, be open to feel things, focusing, being exactly, fine-tuning to be more disciplined and specific and open. Exactly. Charlotte, that's exactly what it would be. You said it perfectly. Yes. So for Sin is great for learning fast, learning new skills, doing something fast, and even better if the horse is your academic star. So I love it. Okay. So Sin, I want you learning, focusing on something and learning tasks this month. Is very, very, very good for you. Ren. Here we go to my water ones. Okay, there's a lot of Rens. Okay, Ren. I'm Ren also. We have 7 killings and direct wealth. Okay, this is a tricky situation. One, because our wealth element is very present, is very strong. Okay, well, so is our 7 killings. What does that mean? You have the ability to make a lot of money, but you have the ability to lose a lot of money. The question for you is this: is it worth it? Is it worth the risk? Analyze everything before you take the chance. If you're going to make an investment, you can win thousands, gazillions of dollars. You can lose gazillions of dollars. What you have to say is like, if I lose it, am I okay? Am I okay? Am I investing my mortgage money? If not, is it okay? So you're going to be presented with financial situations maybe that you have to think and analyze, is it worth it? And that's a decision you're going to have to make on your own. Something else, my waters, both Gun and Ran, I want us to take care of our health. Health is very important. Why? Because our resource element, which is metal, is not present in the chart. Also, particularly for Ran, that we have 7 killings. So definitely, I want us to take care of our health. Annette, you have Quay water. Remember when we talk about the fire, your resource element is not present. I want you to take care of your health. Okay. Take care of your health. How? Obviously, not worrying, but just occupying yourself and making sure you're healthy. And now when we talk about feng shui, you're going to know where to go. But Ren, that's what it is. It's a tricky one for us this month. It could be a lot of money. It could be a lot of losing money. It depends on us. Is it worth it to do the investment or not? So think about that. For the Quay, which is the yin water, we have direct officers and indirect wealth. This is the ability to convert opportunities into wealth. It's less risky for you than it is for the Ren, for sure. Less risky for you to convert opportunities into wealth. So be aware, look, observe what's happening. What can I do? What business can I get into? What we talked about before. What does the world need? What can I provide? What can I be good for? And how can I make money doing that? But what I said before, what does the world need? How can I make money doing it? Then this is particular specific for my yin waters today. Okay. And again, take care of your health because the metal, which is a resource, is weak. Yang wood. Yeah, right here. Okay. Okay. This is also a tricky one because we have indirect wealth with herding officer. This is what we would call a show off. This is a person showing off their wealth. This is a person showing off what they have. Good or bad, it is what it is. Now, you need to be careful because people are watching also. Remember, you're one of the strongest elements in the month. So if you owe money, if you owe taxes, if you owe a person, it's not the month to be showing what you have and how much money you're making and where you have things, because it is very easy to take, because indirect wealth can make you a lot of money, but can also lose the money. Okay, so basically, do not show all the money that you have. Do not show off. Do not talk too much about it. However, you could make money communicating, speaking ideas, knowledge, what you have. Okay, you could make a lot of money too. What I'm gonna make sure is like, no flaunting. Exactly, make money, just don't show it, just don't flaunt it. But you have the ability to make it. So this month, when you're promoting, when you're doing, when you're closing deals, perfect. But don't be like, I closed on 10 properties this month. Oh, I made so much money here. I bought this brand new car. No, you'll be able to make the money. Just don't flaunt it, okay? Because if you owe money, there's people watching that can take it. So be careful with that. And Yin Wood, right here, we have direct wealth and eating God. It is more conservative money. This is more than conservative money, but you can definitely monetize and make money on your ideas. So it is a great month for you to share and tell people, I was thinking that maybe we can do this. Have you considered doing this in your business? If so, I can help you with this. I'm good with artificial intelligence. And I was thinking, have you considered maybe bringing this into your business? And if so, I can help you. I have great ideas and this will be my cost. See? That would be a great technique for my Yin Earth to use. Great ideas for my Yin Earth to do. By the way, the Yang Wood too. I think Yin Earth, I'm sorry, Yin Wood. I say Yin Wood. Also, the Yang Wood can use that technique too, but I will say more contact the person, call the person and say, listen, I am great in bookkeeping, whatever. And I'm thinking that maybe you might need this based on my research of your company. So, you know, you can do that too. You can promote your service, but more like speaking that. Here's more, share the ideas either in a written manner or communication, like calling, but it's more like, these are my ideas. And I think if I can help you do this, AI can help you this, and this. So when I receive that proposal, I'm like, wow, these are great ideas. Here you wow me with your ideas. Here you wow me with the way you communicate. You understand the difference? That's the difference between hurting officer and eating God. Okay, so that's for that. Good? You good with that? Did you like that format? Okay, perfect. Great. All right. Well, this is the same thing. So don't worry, I'm going to show this for you guys. Now we talk about feng shui. Now we're going to see where we're going to do whatever it is that we're going to do. We have star 4 that flies into the center and meets another star 4. You're going to see what that means later. Again, this is feng shui for the month. You do whatever it takes. You go wherever you have to go. If it's a bathroom, you go to a bathroom. If it's a closet, you go to a closet. You make phone calls. You send emails. You do whatever it takes. No excuses. Because remember, this is based on what are your goals and your plans that you have. You want this, and that is in here, then you go there. That's it. Okay, you do whatever it takes. But first, I want to talk about the monthly afflictions, obviously for the month. Here are the monthly and the annual afflictions together. What does that mean? In these sectors that are in black, this month, I don't want you to do any kind of earth movement. What does that mean? Digging, hammering, drilling, a lot of furniture moving. You can use it, not a problem. You can use it. What I don't want is a lot of movement in those sectors. Why? Because here we have the star 5 for the month and the year. We have the 3 killings for the month and the year. We have the Grand Duke for the month and the year, and the clash for the year and the month. Okay. So all of that is included in that. If you need to do something, if something happens in the west, if something happens in the north, and you need to change a door, change a window, my suggestion is wait. If you can, please wait. If you cannot wait, then you need to hire someone to do a day selection on when to do it. To minimize the risk, please, please, please do not let anybody tell you, because this is not true, that if you do day selection and if you use the Grayson formula, the afflictions are removed. the afflictions are not removed. They're minimized. They're minimized. There is a formula, it's called the Grayson formula, which tells you when the sun comes into your property. When the sun comes into your property, it says when the sun comes, all evil subsides, right? So it says that it's beautiful and great, so perfect. So what we try to do is try to do it in those dates that the sun comes into your property, so you can do something that you have to do in those sectors. But what it does is minimizes the negative effect of the affliction, does not eliminate it, okay? Please do not let anybody tell you that it removes. It does not remove. You can still get the effect of star 5, just not as strong. What I love the Grayson formula is to just, I have them all in my calendar. I literally write them all in my calendar for my home. And when those days come, I open windows, obviously, assuming that it's not the affliction sectors, right? I open windows, I move furniture, I put music to welcome the sun into my property in those sectors that do not have the afflictions. So I just want to make that clear, because I know a lot of people tell me that other masters, say that, no, just do it during the gray sun days and the afflictions are gone. They're not gone. I have done over 3,000 feng shui and bats and Qigong consults, and I can tell you it's not gone. It's reduced, not gone. So the best thing to do is don't do it. But if you have to do it, hire somebody to tell you when to do it. Andrew, yeah, it's only reduced the gray zone. You will still get into trouble, but maybe exactly. You will still get into trouble. You will still get the effect. You will still get sick. You will still have issues, but you will have the solution. You will have people that help you, but you still have the problem. Okay, you still have the problem, which is what we want to avoid. But for that, please pay whoever you have to pay and have somebody tell you when to do it. So these are the do not touch sectors this month with movement, drilling, hammering, or anything like that. Okay, I just want to make that, and that changes every month. Okay, so now here it is. I know it looks very confusing, but I try to, oh, sorry, I moved this thing, my logo moved. Sorry, that doesn't look really good, but there it is. I'll fix it when I share it with you guys. Okay, so for all of you that are new, that are watching me for the first time, this is the way I do this. Here is the most important thing. Remember, what is your goal? So before I talk about this, I want you to think immediately, what are my top 2? I'd rather just one, but we can do 2. What are my top 2 goals for June? What do I want? Then based on what do I want, then I go to the sectors of my property. Also, we already talked about bats. You look at your bats. Okay, wow, I have a Fan Yin, I have a Fu Yin, I have this harm. So I already know the weakness and the strength of my chart. I already talked to you about the weakness and the strength of your day master, remember, based on the 10 gods. So now this is the final. We talked about heaven, earth, heaven and man. Now we're going to talk about earth. Now this is where you physically position yourself to get what you want or to avoid that which you don't want. Okay, so that's why it's very important, this part. So like, for instance, now we're going to talk about the east. When I talk about the east, this is what happens. This is literally the east of your property, the east sector, the southeast of your property, your room, your kitchen. What do you have in the southeast? So if you're using that sector, you have that energy, period. Okay, like the southeast is my garage. We don't use it that much, but it's my garage. So my garage has that energy this month. If I want it, then I go to the garage. Also, if you're a Guafor, I'm talking to you. If you're a Guafor, you're walking with that energy, whether you use the southeast or you don't. You're walking with that energy. Also, if you have a snake or a dragon, you're walking with that energy. Particularly in the year, because the year is what connects feng shui to your Batsa. Particularly in the year, what I will say in any pillar, but let's say particularly in the year. Okay? Particular. Okay, Charlie, you have discipline and learning. And your opportunity and growth learning. Okay, so now you need to see where it is that you need to go. Okay, so now in the southeast, what do we have? The southeast has courage to start. Oh, I'm sorry. I added these little arrows this month. It's just for me to remember when I tell you all this stuff. It's because it shows you the strength of that star. Like, for instance, this is wood in wood, which means it's strong. This is earth in fire, which means it's strong. This is water in earth, which means it's weak. That's all. That's what the little arrows mean, so that I remember when I'm talking to you how to tell you things, okay? So that's what it means. Okay, so southeast, Guafor, snakes and dragons. I'm talking to you. Or to the people that want this. If I'm talking and you love this energy, you know what you have to do? Go to the southeast. You understand, right? Then go to the southeast of your property. That's all. So this is the courage to start. This is difficult, but makes you start. If you want to end that habit, you want to stop smoking, you want to stop drinking, you want to start a diet, the southeast is a great sector to be in. However, it's a little bit aggressive. It's a little bit aggressive. It can be a lot of arguing, disputes, but this is the way I look at it too. It could be very intellectual disputes because the home for Southeast is star 4. Star 4 is very academic, intellectual. Star 3 is very sports, athletic, fighting, doing, right? Execution. So when you combine these two, it could also be a person that has ideas and can execute, right? Ideas and can execute. So I love that combination. However, if you're going through a lot of legal issues right now, if you're fighting a lot, if you're arguing a lot, maybe if you have a harm, remember, maybe you have an ox, maybe the southeast sector might not be the great sector for you to use this month because it can create more fighting, betrayal, or argument. But it is a great to give you courage, adrenaline, move, doing, right? Doing. So it is great for that. Later on, we're going to see that we can put fire to diminish or decrease that energy a little bit because maybe you tell me, Paul, but that is my front door. I have to use it to come in and out, and I'm already fighting with everybody. I'm fighting with my own shadow. Then we're going to put fire to minimize that, okay? But remember, when you fight, you put fire to minimize it, you minimize everything. You minimize the fighting and the arguing, but also the courage and the power to execute. Both. You cannot pick and choose. So if that's what you want, so snake, dragons, I'm a dragon in the year, so, you know, I have the courage to do, but I can also be a little bit more aggressive how we speak. So I need to be aware of how I'm communicating, that I don't sound too aggressive, too volatile when I'm talking. So I need to be aware of that, okay? Because I have a dragon in the year. All right, make sense? The South is one of my favorite this month, absolutely, for various reasons. One, it has star 8. I know a star 8 is the one that we all think of the wealth star. If you know me, I don't like star 8 as a wealth star. I think it's way too slow. It's a mountain. It takes time, but it is considered a beautiful star. We're still in period A. The fire produces it, so it's very strong. So it is double. So it says it's double wealth, double prosperity. But this is the way I look at it. It is great to open new opportunities. It is great to start a side gig to increase your sales. But this is the thing. It comes with hard work. This is money that comes because you worked for it. Okay? It comes because you worked for the money. So hard work, money. But again, slow money. It's not money that you're going to see tomorrow. Also, it's good for investments, but long-term investment. This is not something that you're going to get tomorrow. So if you want to invest and you want to grow a business, open new opportunities, the South is beautiful, but you're not going to get the money today. You're not going to get the money today. The sunflowers that I put is because I marked for you guys the sectors that I think are good. So just as a general point of reference, those are good. So again, the South is very pretty. It's very good. It's very safe. It's not like immense amount of wealth. It's not. It's just good, stable. Oh, also, if people owe you debt, if people owe you money, then it's a great sector to use to collect that debt. You can make phone calls from there. You can contact the person. You can email the person from that sector. Okay, the Southwest, and I'm sorry, here I'm talking to, I didn't say, I'm talking to the 1/9s and I'm talking to the horses. Or if you want this energy, go to the South. And if you're already using the South, then you already have that energy, okay? Okay, now I'm gonna talk to the Southwest sector. I'm gonna talk to the goat. I'm gonna talk to the monkey, to the Gua 2s, and if you're a man, Gua 5. I'm talking to you. You have this. This is a beautiful, beautiful energy. It's not too strong because it's water in earth, so it's being countered, but it is great to start a new business, a new job. If right now you've thought about what I was saying and I really want to start a new job, I heard what Paola said, you know, we need to not be dependent and I want to start exploring opportunities about opening my new line of business, then the Southwest sector of your property is great to be in this month. It is great. Also, you have noble people helping you. You have assistance. It is great from networking, people with connections. It is also great for wisdom and academics. So the Southwest, it is a great, great sector this month to start to begin something if you want to. Also, it's going to be the future wealth star when we're in period 9. So I like it. It's not immediate money, but definitely is for you to grow, So the Southwest is very nice. And again, the goats and the monkey are walking with that energy. The Gua 2s, Men or women are walking with that energy, and men that are Gua 5 are walking with that energy. Okay. The West, I'm talking to the, to the Rooster and the Gua 7s. This is very, very powerful sector this month. First of all, I like it for health issues. So if you're not feeling well, healthy, I say the West is the best sector for you to use this month. Aside from that, it is great for you to become indispensable. Maintain your job. What if you have a rut in the month? And this month you're like, I think it might be a month where my job might not be too stable. So you want to maintain your job. You have to become indispensable. But remember, you have to do the action. You have to actually do things in your job for people to see that you're worth it, right? Stability and execution. The West is a great, great, great sector for you to use. The Great is a great sector for you to use. Also, but this is the thing, it's a catch-22. This is power and authority. There's two of them. There cannot be two bosses anywhere, right? So this could be two people clashing heads. Or it could be somebody that's very authoritative, dictatorship type of leadership. So if you use the West sector, you can become, or you could be surrounded by people that have a little bit of a power struggle. Who's more important, who's stronger, who can do it better. So you have that. So be careful with that too. Don't let your ego, your power get too much. Also, since it's 6 and this is the home of 7, which is communication, be careful how you speak, that you're not too blunt or too rude how you communicate. So you may come out too harsh. So be careful how you speak. I'm talking to you, Rooster, and I'm talking to my Gua 7s, or I'm talking to the people that have the West. No, we all have the West. That have the West in an active area of the home, your door, your kitchen, your room, your office that you use. But if you want this energy, which I think is a wonderful energy, then go use the West. Pao, but it's my bathroom. Okay, make phone calls from the bathroom. Sit in the toilet and work. Do whatever it takes. It's there now. So take advantage of it, okay? Okay, the Northwest, this is a tricky one. The Northwest and the dogs, the pigs, and the Northwest sector of your property, and the Gua 6. You guys are walking around with a double 5. Double 5, okay, it's in an advanced level. It is great because it's great for leadership, but it can make you very temperamental, very temperamental. It gives you want to do things now and fast, to the point that maybe you're not thinking too much. You're letting your actions do and you're not thinking. So it might be very like in Chima, very head chest. You just do without thinking. So I need you to stop. I need you to think before you do things, because you're going to have this strong desire to get things done without thinking. Is there anybody that's right now a dog or a pig or Gua 6 or has the Northwest of their house that's already starting to feel that I have this urge to just do? Carolina, yeah, now, but think before you act. Think before you act. That's it. I'm not saying don't do. Just think of the consequences before you act. That's all. Because that is a great boost to do things, okay? Now, also, if you have health issues, if you are pregnant, if you're older, please do not use this sector if you can. If you can. Later on, we're going to show you can put metal to diminish, to reduce it, doesn't eliminate it. But if you can, please avoid it, if you can. I will minimize the use if I can. Now, Pao, it's my front door. I have to come in and out. Okay, then we'll put metal. That's it. It is what it is. Okay, it is what it is. If you have a room, they try, if you can, not to sleep in the room. I want to make it very clear, if you're sick, if you're healthy, you're young, you're okay, do not worry about it. I'm not too concerned. It's if you already have issues, and particularly if you're pregnant, please do not use the Northwest sector of your home. If you can, okay? That's that. The North, I love it. I'm talking to the rat, I'm talking to the Gua 1s, and I'm talking to the North. It is great for profits. It is great for investments. It is a combination of 10. It's beautiful, particularly if any of you want to get pregnant. This is a month in the North sector of your property. You know what to do. The North is a good sector for pregnancy. It's a good sector for collaboration. If you don't want it, then just be careful what you do in the North, okay? It has to do with happy event. That's what it is. It has double happy events, celebrations, happiness, joy, combination of 10 which things combine to become one. So it could be like marriages. It could be the birth of a child, the pregnancy. It is great for social media. It is great for fame. It is great for people being attracted to you. It is great for launching a campaign, for launching a product. It is beautiful. The North, it is beautiful this month. Beautiful. Please note, and I'm telling you, go put water. I'm not telling you, go put this. I'm not saying just use it. Because if you notice, this is the rat sector, which clashes with the horse, and it's also 3 killings, which means you can use it. Please understand, you can use it. But I'm not telling you to go start hammering here. No. I'm just saying use it, okay? Use it a lot. It's, in my opinion, one, if not the best sector in the North this month. And once you're working with it, and my rats, you're working with it. So this is fame. This is being seen. So imagine that you have a rat. Imagine that you're a guawan and you also have the horse as your peach blossom. Great. Or just use it. Just go to the North and use it. Like the North is my kitchen. I am planning to work a lot for my kitchen this month. I'm going to take my computer. I'm going to be sitting in the kitchen doing a lot of things. And I'm a gua 9. So my gua is here too. So I like it. So please do what it takes. Okay. The northeast sector of the property is tiger, ox, gua 8 for men and women gua 5. I'm talking to you. This star is very strong. This is communications, sales. This is a tricky one because this one is communications and sales, which is great, communicate. But this is the but. It can cause a lot of misunderstandings, a lot of arguments, a lot of fighting, a lot of unexpected expenses. Be careful with being scammed or people trying to take something that belongs to you, being robbed. So you need to be very careful, particularly if the northeast is like your front door. Make sure that it's locked, make sure that you lock it. If you park your car in the northeast sector of your property, make sure that it's locked. Don't leave your car, your iPad, your wallet in there. There's a chance it might be stolen. Also, if you're a gua 8, tiger or ox, harm, remember ox, harm, stolen, people betraying you, be very careful out there. People might take what belongs to you, might take your ideas, and that might hurt you, might make you feel bad. So be very careful, particularly if you have an ox, and also if the northeast sector of your property you use it. So, but however, there's a but. It is great for communication, selling, talking, speaking. Also great if you're an attorney. This is great for attorneys. If you're an attorney, this is great. The northeast for an attorney because that's what you want in your life. You want problems to come to you because that's how you make money. So it is great. Lastly, we have, I will talk about the center now, but the east, we have my gua 3s. If you're a gua 3 or you're a rabbit, or the east sector of your property. The east sector of your property in my house is very important because it's my facing, it's my office, and I'm gonna have a rabbit, so it's a big part of my life. So how does you take advantage? Again, I'm sorry that my logo moved. It's driving me insane, but it's there. Okay, this is the east. The good thing is it's good for nurturing and accumulating assets. It's good for wealth. It's also good for investments. Okay, but, big but. Again, pregnant women, please, this one definitely do not use. This one is a no for pregnant women. This is a no. This is an absolute no for pregnant women because the combination that is here could be abdominal pain, abdominal cramp, and miscarriages. So please, if you're pregnant, avoid this. Even if you have to go sleep on a couch, go sleep on a couch somewhere. If you're pregnant, please avoid that. Also, if you're older, please avoid this sector. I am not too concerned if you're not sick, if you're not older, if you're not pregnant. Yes, if you sleep there, could you have a stomachache decision? Maybe, but it's okay. You're not gonna die. It's good for wealth anyway, so it's okay. It's okay. Also, it's the Duke for the year, so you can use it. Just be careful. Just be careful with your health. But it is great for investments. It is great for investments and accumulating and saving and making money because it's an accumulation. It could be accumulation of an illness, which is what we're trying to avoid, but it could be an accumulation of money, which is what we want. So it depends which one you want to use. And lastly, in the center of your property, there is no animals, but it's gua 5, all my gua 5s, and the center of your property, we have double 4, It's weak because it's earth and this is wood, so it's weak, but it's great for learning. It's great for studying. It's great for learning something new. So it's a great sector to study and learn. So for learning, because I think some of you posted that you wanted to learn something new. So the southwest is good for studying and the center is good for studying. So now with this overview, based on your goals and based on your chart, do you have an idea where you want to go this month? Do you know exactly where to go? Don't tell me it's a closet. Don't tell me it's a bathroom, then go there. So I'm literally going to move to my kitchen. Okay. So you can move to a bathroom. It's okay. So does this help you to have an idea what to do, where to go? Exactly. So you physically go to that sector. All you need to do is take your laptop. All you need to do is take your phone. I'm not saying move. And there's some sectors that you don't want to be moving too much anyways, right? You don't want to be moving because you have the afflictions. But you take your laptop, you take your phone, you take your iPad, and you do. That's it. You take your chair and you sit. That's all you're going to do. Okay. I don't want a lot of movement anyways, but you do. Okay, perfect. Now let's do how we can minimize the negative stuff. Remember what we talked about the Southeast? That is great for doing and athletic and everything. Like my son is an athlete, so I don't want to diminish a star. He might be fighting and arguing all month, but that's okay because I want him to be an athlete. So I need to take the good and the bad. But if you don't like that energy, or if you tell me, Pao, the Southeast is my front door, it's my room, there's no way for me to avoid it, but I don't want to have any of that you said, then what you can do is you can put fire. What is fire? Please understand, fire is something that is hot. A candle, could it be a light bulb? If I touch it and I get burned, it's fire. If I don't touch it, because I know a lot of people are asking me, Pao, how about rock salt lamp? If I touch it, do I get burned? Yes, then yes. It's the element of heat that I want. If it's hot, it's fire. Red is not fire. If you touch a red shirt, you don't get burned. So no, it's not. A triangle or pyramid is not fire for purposes of this. So it needs to be hot. So on June 8th, it could be at any time. Look, the thing is that I try to give you perfection. Any time on June Earth, particularly between 11 and 1, you can start putting fire. I know fire is a little bit tricky because you don't want to have a candle burning all day and all night. Safety before anything, of course. You don't want cats and dogs and knocking down the candle that there's a fire. Common sense. You can have it for a few hours. You can turn it on that day and don't turn it on again. Just the more you put the fire there, the more you're minimizing that energy, okay? If you want to. Could it be that you start with it and in the middle of the month, you realize that you're fighting and there's a lot of issues and you can start putting it, then it's okay. I'm not too concerned if you do it on a different day. It's okay. But if you want to start on June 8th, is the best day to start, okay? That's only if you want to reduce the energy that we spoke about in the Southeast. Now, most of you that follow me or follow any other master probably already put metal in the month of, already put metal in the East and in the Northwest for the year. I suggest you do it again for the month of June. Let me show you what metal is. I have it right here because I told you I'm in the East. This is what I use for metal. This is metal. I have these weights that I bought and I put it weighs, it's 15 pounds. So I'm in the East of my office. So this is my year metal. So yes, I'm going to add more metal because this is a sector that I use a lot. And now we have double stars. So if you already did it for the year, do you have to do it again? You don't have to do it again. I suggest you do it again. If it's the sectors that you use, like I said, the East is the front of my property, it's my office. I use it a lot. So yes, I'm going to put more metal. The Northwest of my property is my family room. That's what everybody uses all the time. So yes, I'm going to put more metal, but you don't have to, okay? Now, if you decide to do, I just show you what metal is. Anything that's metal, solid metal, please put. June 7th, between 3 and 7 p.m. June 8th, between 7 and 9 p.m. Does it have to be those times? Or hopefully you can, but I understand maybe you're working, you're not home. Then any time is okay, any of those 2 days, but I prefer you do it during that hour. And this is if you do it in the Northwest. So I will put what I'm doing is East metal, Northwest metal. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to change the O is oeste, which is west in Spanish. So sorry about that. So it's Southwest, West, Northwest. I apologize for that. And here I didn't change the June. So basically that's what it is. So I suggest you do that. And the fire is up to your discretion. You decide what you want to do. Okay. The stove, if you cook a lot in your Southeast, will it work? Yes, It's a catch-22, Diana, because if you cook a lot in the Southeast, it's fire, so it's reducing, but also you're activating. If you cook a lot, what does that mean? You in the Southeast. So if you're in the Southeast, you're cooking, which means you're yang, which means you're activating. So it kind of like, it will be the same. It's you put the fire, which is reducing, but then you're cooking, which is activating. So it's a balance of both. It's a balance of both. Okay. The Chuan Kung Purple White. I know not everybody knows Chuan Kung Purple White, so I'm going to cover this very briefly. This is not Flying Star. Please do not try to do this as Flying Star. It's not Flying Star. This is a Purple White. It's a Chuan Kung Purple White system. This is, if you know how to use it, this is like a fast way. I use this a lot. A lot of my students use this a lot. Bye, Martin. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. So basically, from Chuan Kung, these are the health sectors that you can use physically being those sectors. These are the wealth sectors. But I found it pretty interesting this month. If you notice, these sectors right here have a beautiful hit to a combo 10 combo also. And if you notice, remember that the West, I love that in Flying Star, and the North, I love that in Flying Star, and the South, I love that in Flying Star, what we spoke, and now have that combination too. So again, I think those three sectors in particular have beautiful combinations to use. So I like them in the Flying Star method, and I like it in the Chuan Kung method. If you study a lot of in the Southeast, could I put fire? Yes, you can. If you study, put fire. It's fine, put fire. Just to minimize the fighting and the arguing, but it's still good. It's fine. So basically, this is good. And if you know Chuan Kung Purple White, you know that the end, the goal, what you want to do is match this to your Gua. Like for instance, if you're a Gua 9, obviously this is if you know. If you don't know the word, don't try to understand it. You know, like the West is beautiful because this produces this and this counters this, which is beautiful for a Purple White. Also, if you're a Gua 3 or a Gua 4, the West is beautiful when you're using Purple White. Let me see what else, like the North. This would be nice for Agua 1. I'm sorry, Agua 9, Agua 3, Agua 4, Agua 2, Agua 5, or Agua 8, if you're using Purple White. This is beautiful. So basically, just so you know, Agua 9s, Agua 2, Agua 5s, Agua 8, 3, and 4, this North, even better for you guys if you use this method. So nothing, it's just because not a lot of people use it. Yeah, the Southeast is very pretty for Flying Star, for Chuan Kung. But remember also in the other system that it, had a little bit of the fighting and arguing, so you know. Okay, I only was 6, not for North. How interesting. See, because of the the way that works for Chuan Kung, depending what it is it will be good for WAS 6 SD if it's good, let me see, for health only. For health and family matters, Gua 6, because this produces this and the 9 counters, which is the yin star, therefore is good for health issues. But for wealth issues, it's not, because the Gua 6 will be here and the Gua 6 has to go and control the yang, which is the money. And the moment that the Gua has to control, it already reduces your effect. Get it? I gave you a little crash course on Purple White. So Gua 6 can benefit in the North for health, babies, yes, for babies, absolutely, yes, Esti. Gua 6 want to get pregnant or health and family matters, the North is beautiful for you. For making money, no. For making money, no. Yeah, thank you, great observation. Chuan Kung Purple White is a beautiful system, it's amazing. But you have to be, the babies rub the money, yes. Okay, now let's do Chiman, which is what Andrew mentioned at the beginning. Now we're gonna look at Chiman based on your Destiny Palace. Okay, so here we go. You can have this one or you can have the Intuchi app, whichever one you have, but I think most of you have Joey's, but either one is the same. If you have mine, it tells you basically what I'm looking is for your Destiny Palace. So basically in this example is the Southwest, depending which one you have, is the Southwest. So now when I'm talking about the monthly chart, you look at that palace. At a more advanced level, people that are more advanced, you know what is your wealth palace, you know what is your relationship palace, you know what is your health palace in Chiman. So basically when I'm talking about that palace, then you know it applies to that aspect of your life. The people that took the Chiman Advanced or Basics with me know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so basically everybody knows Can everybody write down what is your Chi-Men? Now your life, what? Your Chi-Men Destiny Palace, so that I know. It will be, if you have Joey's, it will be right here, if you have this one, or if you have this one. It's not this, okay? It's not that. It's not that. Do not confuse it with that one. Okay, I just want to make sure. If not, please download the Intuichi app that I gave you the beginning. In there, you can tell too. Okay, wow, a lot of Northeast people. Wow. A lot of Northeast. Interesting. Christina, Southwest for me. Okay, perfect. All right, here we go. So let's do this. I'm going to just briefly talk about it. Okay, this is how it works with Chi-Men. This is what we have this, and then we'll do the auspicious day and then we'll be done, okay? Because I know I don't want to take too much of your time. Okay, the Destiny Palace, this is how it works. I am going to tell you what every direction has. Remember, this is your back too. We already talked about where you physically are going to go, okay? You already know this because we talked about it here. This is where you're physically going to go sit, physically, with your back now to what we're going to talk about. You understand, right? That's the way I do things. That's how I combine Chi-Men with Feng Shui. So physically, you know where you're going to go sit. So right now, I'm sitting in the east with my back, depending to where it is that I want based on this. Now, you're going to look at your Destiny Palace, and that is a flavor of what you have, whether you want it or not. You're walking with that energy because it's visiting your palace. So you have it in you. But if you hear what I say, let's say, so my Destiny Palace is the Southwest. But if I hear that I like everything about the Southeast, wow, everything Paola said about the Southeast, I like. So what do? I sit with my back to the Southeast. You understand, right? For you to connect to another palace that is not yours, you need to Wi-Fi, connect your antenna to that. And the way you connect your antenna to that is your back to that. You don't go to the Southeast to have this, not necessarily. You put your back to the Southeast. Let's assume you already established that you want the North sector because you like everything I said about the North. So you go to the North sector with your back to the Southeast, if that's what you like. Maybe you like what I say about the Northeast, then you sit in the North with your back to the Northeast. You understand, right? Okay, so that's how it works. Perfect. So now let's start with the Southeast. Okay, so the Southeast, I'm talking to you that have the Southeast as your Destiny Palace, or I'm talking to you, if you like this, then you're back to the Southeast. First of all, let's start with the most important thing, which is the chief. The chief is the entity, the deity, the energy that protects, that gives you noble people, that give you noble health. Every morning, all of us, if we want, we can get our compass, get up back to the Southeast and say, Chief, I command that I'm going to have a wonderful day today, full with beautiful people, beautiful experience, and then I'm going to become a noble person for other people. Make today be a better day than yesterday and prepare me for tomorrow. That's it, something like that. You can do that. That's it. Wake up in the morning, back to the Southeast and do, because that energy is there present. Every day I do that because the chief is my deity. So I do that every morning, you know, let me become a vessel to help other people. That's it. You can do that. Now, for strategic execution, for working, I'm going to sit with my back to the Southeast if I want. This is business opportunity. This is investment opportunity. This is money. So if you want money, this is the pillar. This is the back two that you're going to focus on. Now, there could be self-doubting. There can be a lot of confusion. There could be a lot of thinking also because this is a self-punishment. Also, this is a cloud covering a mountain. So you can have a little situations that might make you doubt what you want in life. Just counter it, okay? But basically, this is the direction back to the Southeast that has the money this month. And if the Southeast is your Destiny Palace, what are you waiting for? The only thing you need to work on is your self-doubt. Okay, so I love the Southeast for wealth this month. It's on Envoy, which means it's very powerful. Yes, it is weak. The life door is an earth door that is in the Southeast. I know it's weak, but it's on Envoy with 6 stars, so I'm very happy with it. I like it. So I like it. So basically, an ambassador is a money star too. This is money, this is money, this is money. So basically, Southeast, back to the Southeast is money. That's it, in summary, it's money. The South, it's a vision. It very important, if you have the South as your destiny palace, I want you to be very careful what you're watching this month. I don't want you watching things that you don't want to vibrate and bring into your life. Don't watch COVID cases. Don't watch the war in here. Don't watch people losing their job. Don't watch kids being hungry. Don't watch war thing. No. Watch, listen to me. When heaven visits you, I want you to watch documentary about how to become successful. I want you watching a documentary how to become healthier, how to have a better relationship, how to become better. Because heaven has the ability to get what you're watching and manifest it. So what you're watching can become your movie in the next few months. It's a big responsibility for heaven. So the South people, be careful what you're watching. So make sure that you're watching things that you want to bring into your life. Also, it is a month to change things. Change a lot of your mind. Why? Because this is the structure. The structure is to start, which means this part. It's your ideas, your thoughts need to change. Maybe this is a month that you need to stop changing how you're watching or what you're watching. Also, it is harm. You need to go out there and do and act. This is an action door. Stop thinking, visualize and do. Visualize and do. Also, if you're in sales, if your job is selling, this is a great back to the South. It is a great direction to back face for selling. So it's a great direction for selling. And again, visualize how you want your sales. I'm going to visualize how to close sales. I'm going to visualize getting my commission at the end of the month. So I'm going to visualize as I work with my back to the South. That's how you combine them both, okay? The Southwest, we have Earth visiting. Earth is a deity that's very good for health and is very good for wealth. It's not my number one for wealth, to be honest with you, because I think it's very slow, but it's good for wealth. I'm supposed to tell you it's good for wealth. So basically, I will say good for wealth. If you're not feeling healthy this month, you can put your back to the Southwest. And you guys know how to command, right? I want to be very clear for this for the people that are new. I'm sorry, I'm trying to, why can I stop sharing? Okay. If you're sick or you're ill, you don't feel well, please do not say, I command that I'm not going to be sick anymore. I command that I'm not going to have diabetes. I command that I'm not going to get an infection. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. The universe does not speak Spanish, does not speak English, does not speak French, does not speak Chinese. The universe speaks vibration. Okay? So basically, when I say, I am not going to get sick, I'm not going to get sick, I'm not going to get sick, I'm not going to get sick, what am I saying? Sick. I'm vibrating with sickness. So the universe is going to say, oh, she wants sickness. There you go. What do I say? I'm healthy, I'm healthy, I'm healthy, I'm healthy, I'm healthy. I'm wealthy, I'm wealthy, I'm wealthy. I'm prosperous, I'm prosperous, I'm prosperous. You know, I don't say, I hope my x-ray comes back and I don't have nodules in my lungs. You're vibrating nodules in my lungs. My x-ray is going to come back clean lungs. So always command that which you want, never what you don't want. Is that very clear? So the people that were like, I hope I don't get COVID, I hope I don't get COVID, I hope I don't get COVID, then what happens? You're manifesting, you're sending the COVID vibration, because that's the key emphasis of your sentence. So please understand that. That is something that has changed my life. 100% has changed my life. And I want you guys to know. So this is a good start also for health. It is also a good start for resources, obtaining resources from people, from things, from obtaining a loan. So it's a good resource for deity. So if you need something, you can command what you want. Oh my God, I hope my loan doesn't get denied. No, don't say, I hope it doesn't get denied. I hope it gets approved. Okay, so that's how I want you guys to start thinking. Okay, so this is a great sector to do that. Direction is also great for academics. It's great for learning. And this is a little strategic execution for all of you. It's a great back to hide. Us that have the Southwest as our destiny palace this month, we might not be too visible. Like if we try to do something, it might be a little bit harder to be seen because we have a delusion door with traveling horse, which means it's hiding, it's not seeing, it's not very visible. And I will say Earth has that ability to do that too. So basically, how do I use this? If I want to hide, if I don't want to be seen, if your boss tomorrow says, I need a volunteer to work overtime and I'm not gonna get paid, you put your back to the Southwest and you hide, okay? It's a hiding door. Hide from taxes, hide from anything you wanna hide to, back to the Southwest. So obviously, if I'm doing a video where I want people to follow me and I want people to buy what I'm selling, do not sit with your back to the Southwest. Obviously, this month. You understand that, right? Do not sit with your back to the Southwest because you're being hid, nobody can see you. But now, if I don't want to be seen, then I put my back to the Southwest. So that is a little strategic execution for all of you. That's usually the case when you see delusion. And if you see delusion with moon, that's like stealth mode 100%. Nobody can see, nobody can find. And I have tons of stories of people that we have used delusion door to hide, and you cannot see that person. Trust me. It's like the person can be there. You're like, oh, I didn't know you were there. Yeah, it's in delusion door. Yep. Okay, the West. If you have West as your destiny palace or you want this, I like it. It is great for influencing people, giving your ideas. And this is what I like about the formation. I do know hero and scenery are fire elements. They're weak in the West. However, I do like the combination because this is a person that can transmit a message, influence people in a happy way. You can become the hero of somebody's story. And you have Din, which is a noble, which is the candle in the darkness. You also have Ren, which reflects the moon. So I really do think you guys that have the West as your destiny palace, this is someone that what you say can really change people's life and influence their lives. It really can. So, or if right now I'm going to do a video and I want to make sure that my message gets across, that I can try to help, and I want to deliver in a happy, joyous way, I sit with my back to the West. You understand, right? I sit with my back to the West. Now, obviously, this is something that can be used by people not very nice. Because if I want to influence my mom, let's assume not the case, but let's assume my mom is an older person and she's not very good and her mind is not the best, and I want to, scheme her into getting something, you sit with your back to the West and you will present the scheme in a very beautiful way and she buys it. So obviously, I give you the tools, you decide how you use them, right? So this can make whatever you're saying can sound so beautiful. So let's use this to change and transform people's lives, okay? And transform people's lives. I love the West. Again, I know a lot of people don't like to use this deity because it's a very manipulative, hypnotizing deity. But again, it depends what you're using it for. If I want to hypnotize you and influence you or manipulating, I know the word sounds very ugly, but into doing something that is good for you, then it's good. Okay, it's good. So the West is very powerful. Okay, the Northwest, it's how many of you have the Northwest? Simona, you have the Northwest. Okay. Araceli, Noelia. Okay, the Northwest is changes. Okay, it's slapping you in the face to do changes, basically, is what it is. Changes in big changes, because rain usually is big. Tiger means now you need to do. And what I mentioned before when we were talking about the month, I think it is a month to stop thinking of what everybody thinks, to stop worrying about what everybody thinks, and it is a time for you to start thinking about yourself. Start doing and thinking about yourself. It is the time. Don't worry about the world. The world will be okay. Okay? The world will be okay. You don't know your destiny palace, Antonio? You can scan one of those or download I can forget the Intuitive app. How I don't have the screenshot of how it looks like. Oh my God, I forgot, Andrew. Like, I don't have it right here on my phone, how it looks like. But either way, but because if you have for now at the beginning, when I share the charts, find the charts, and you're gonna see if you use Joy Yap's, it's right here. See where it says Destiny Palace? It will be this one, this one right here. Do not confuse it with this. This is not it, okay? This is not it. It's this one right here. In my next presentation, I'm gonna put the one how the Intuichi app looks like, the picture, because I don't have it here with me. I use it all the time, but I don't have the picture here. But just go to JWise, and in there you can have it, Joy Yap. It's at the beginning, I put the link. Okay. Oh, sorry. I moved too far. Okay, so this is a time for you to make the changes. Also, there is a structure in here that be careful with you making financial decisions. Simone, I think you were one of the ones at Northwest. Make sure with your financial decisions, just think before you make the decisions, because maybe you want to make changes and they're relating to your finances. Okay, that's okay, but just make sure that you think, you maybe talk to a person about the finances and they make the decision. So just don't jump into new financial decisions without doing the research behind it, okay? Because since it's Tiger has a tendency to, okay, I'm gonna do it right now. No, wait, hold on. If it's about money, hold on. Think, analyze, then do. But I do want all of you that have the Northwest as your Destiny Palace to make changes. Now, what if you're watching and you say like, wow, the Northwest is not my Destiny Palace, but I need to make changes. I need to finish something with my job. I need to finish a bad habit. I need to end my relationship, the back to the Northwest. That's it. That's the way to do it. Then that's how you connect and tap to that energy, okay? The North, I know a lot of you have the North. I think that's my mom's too. The North is, first of all, you have harmony. Whenever harmony comes, this is, okay, I guess we're all in agreement that you cannot do anything in life by yourself. We need people to do everything, okay? Everything in life. We need people to help us, right? Even just emotional support. So this is the direction back to the North. Maybe that you wake up every morning and you say, you know, I command that I'm going to have the people in my life to help me become a better person, a better business person, a better mom, a better daughter, a better father. And also, please always do this in Chiman, and that I become a better person for others. Everything you do in Chiman, please always do for the better of the world. Both ways. It goes both ways. If not, it's not gonna work. Okay, both ways. So it is great for collaboration. If you wanna do speaking with group of people, you wanna collaborate. I wanna do something with Diana Uribe. Maybe, you know, I contact her with my back to the North. Hey, Diana, I was thinking that maybe we wanna do this together and we can speak. This has to do with speaking, collaborating in something. So this is collaborating, group of people uniting to do something. Speaking is great for clients. It's great for selling too. It has a fear door. I know a lot of people don't like the fear door. I like the fear door. In my opinion, it's one of the most powerful doors there is. Why? Because if you conquer your fear, you conquer everything in life. If you're not afraid of something, you can do everything. So whenever I see the fear door, particularly with harmony, I always say, like, for instance, back to the North, find me the people that will help me conquer my fear and give me courage to do. Now, that's a very tricky request. That's a very tricky command, because what you ask, you will get. So I might be placed in tough situations that will help me face my fears to see if I can conquer them. Because the only way you conquer your fears is by facing them head on. So I do that because I do want to conquer my fears. So this North is great for people collaborating and for conquering your fears. Do that which makes you afraid. Maybe you're afraid of speaking, public speaking. That, you know what, I'm going to sit with my back to the North and I'm going to tell Isa, look, I'm very afraid of speaking in front of people. Can you please bring my Zoom meeting? Please bring my Zoom meeting so I can see you. Harmony, right? Harmony. I have that person right there. So when I go speak, I'm looking at her and that makes me feel better. So I'm using people to help me counter my fear. I see a familiar face in there, but I'm speaking and she's there. And people don't even know she's there because she's there hidden. You understand? That's how you do it. So, I mean, I like it. I don't know. That's just my way, how I use Chiman. I know it's maybe different than the way you learn it. That's the way I do. The Northeast, because I know a lot of you have Northeast. Okay, it's beautiful. The Northeast today is beautiful. This month is beautiful. It's your wealth palace, Carolina. So whatever I'm going to speak to you is relating your wealth. First of all, it has open door. The open door in the Northeast is very strong. It's metal with earth. Therefore, open opportunities. It's open. Be open to everything. Explore everything. Don't say no to nothing. Do. Yes, I know it's in the. Am I concerned about the? I'm not concerned at all about the. Why? Because it has 7-star. It's strong here. I'm not concerned about the. So therefore, Northeast, if you're looking for a career, if you're looking for opportunities to open in all aspects of your life, back to the Northeast, you have Moon. So there are actually hidden opportunities. There's hidden doors out there that you maybe do not see, but they're there. You have to look for them. You have to look for them. But I think once you start looking, once you're aware, once you're open to it, they're going to fall right into your lap. They're going to fall right into your lap. If it's your wealth palace, if you know a little bit about Gemini, so these wealth opportunities that are there. So go out there and look. If you say, I'm going to be open to this and I'm going to start looking, you're going to start seeing opportunity flying out of everywhere, falling in your life, because you have the flying bird falling to K formation, which means things come easy to you with minimum effort. But for that to happen, you need to be open to that. If you're not open to it, you're not going to see it. So back to the Northeast, and I think that's something that we can all do. We can wake up back to the Northeast. I am open to see all the opportunities that are available to me for me to grow and become a better person for the world. That's it. Back to the Northeast every day. Or before I start work, I might do this. Before I start work, back to the Northeast. Do that, and then that's it. Keep working. That's it. So beautiful. The Northeast is beautiful. And you have a noble here, a nobleman. So it's great. Okay. It's beautiful. And the last one is the East. The East is very powerful too. The East is very powerful, first of all, because it has Snake. Snake is a very powerful deity that has to do with controlling the environment. You have the ability to be able to control everything that happens around you. With practice and experience, it doesn't happen overnight. I mean, you can wake up every day and say, it's not going to rain. It's going to rain. There's a lot. I don't know if they're here, but in my Achievement Advanced class, we have done it. People have seen it. I actually shared a video. I have a snake with 7 stars this year. I think it was, I forgot when I did it. I love the rain. Me particular, I love the rain. And it was very sunny. Miami was very sunny. I had just finished doing a video. I was very tired. And I sat in my family room, and I have a sliding glass door, and the sun was beaming. And I was like, wow, wouldn't it be beautiful if it just starts raining right now? Like, just relax with my cup of tea, just the rain. And I was like, Snake, come on, it's still a little bit of rain for me. 5 minutes, I recorded the video and I shared it in my Achievement Advanced Academy. And they're here, they're not gonna let me lie. It's raining literally in my backyard. Look, Carolina was there in my backyard, in my window. I go to the front, it's not raining in my front house. It's raining in my back. It's raining where I said, I want a window where it's raining. It was raining, like pouring. I recorded a video. I'm like, you saw the video, Noela, right? I'm like, look at the rain here. Look at the rain here. Okay. So that is, once you practice, you have the ability to command. But for that, you need to do it and do it. Diana saw it. A lot of people saw it because I was like, look at this. Another one that I did with my daughter too. We were walking, we went to the supermarket, and it was rain. It was sunny. I'm like, oh, it should rain. Let's start recording so it can start raining. My daughter has a very strong snake too. Within 5 minutes, rain. That comes with practice. Okay, that comes with practice. I do this. I do priming every day. Okay, that comes with practice. And obviously, the higher that you have the connection with it. So basically, long story short is, in the East, you guys that have the East, you have the snake. So you have the ability, literally practice that this month. Also find a parking spot, find something. Snake is finding. It could be finding something you lost, literally a pen that I lost. It could be finding a job, finding a business, finding something. So you have the ability to find. You also, at a very advanced level, you have the ability to control an environment. You have the ability to decide who comes in and who leaves. That's very advanced. So basically, you have control over your environment. That's very nice. Also, when you combine and you have Restore. Restore is health. So it's very pretty for health. It's very pretty for family relationship. It's pretty for vacationing. So basically the East is telling you to find some time to rest. Find some time to just rest and be you. Okay, find some time to rest and just be you. But I think the snake it's not super strong because it has 0 stars. But if you have it, you know how to use it. But I like it. Okay, I like it. Good with Chiman? You guys good with Chiman? Before I give you the auspicious dates? Chiman is very, 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 very interesting. And like I said, the Intuitive app has an amazing tools that can teach you how to do more advanced stuff. But that's just very basic because I know we're very basic. But I will do more videos in English explaining a lot of the Chiman, how to command and do things like that with the deities. I promise I will. Okay. So Vanessa Master, I have the Southwest and I have a business. Okay, so the Southwest one will start so you can do resources. But if you have a business, see, thanks for that question, Vanessa, because let me ask you something. This is the thing, like she says, I have a business. She didn't ask this question, but I'm just saying. A lot of people says, Pao, I have a business. What direction do I use? Do I have enough information with her question to answer that? No, I don't. What do you need? What is your problem? A lot of people say, it's not her case, but I'm saying, if she says, I need money, do I have enough information now? Sales. Okay, Oko says sales. Okay, why are you not selling? I need to pinpoint the problem. Because what if I put him in the best sectors for sales and Oko is a horrific salesperson? Why are you not selling? You need to pinpoint the problem. That's when you do advanced Chinese metaphysics for it to work. Maybe Oko is not selling because maybe it's a horrible community. Maybe I speak with him. I'm sure I don't see your picture, but I don't know if it's a man or woman. Or maybe I'm just going to say she for the heck of it. But let's just say I speak with her and she's like, and she's not looking in and she's looking down. I'm like, and that's how you expect to sell to people? You can't even hold a conversation with me? No, then what do you need? You need to go to star 7. You need to go and learn how to speak before you sell. You understand? Maybe he's or she's a beautiful communicator. We're speaking crap. You don't have the knowledge to speak. Go star 4 and learn how. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have the passion. Then go to star 9. So you need to find out what is the problem. Then you go to that. So when people tell me I need money, well, why don't you have money? Some people are just lazy. Some people are just lazy. Then you need to go to star 3. So what I tell Celine, what I tell Andrew, what I tell Angela are going to be very different things because each of them don't have money, as an example, based on different things. So you need to target that, okay? So that's whenever I do a consult with my people, whenever, I don't do private consults anymore because of lack of time, but I go a lot into why? Because that's what I need to find out. Like if you tell me you have a headache, I give you a pill. Okay, but what caused you the headache? Because I need to know what caused you the headache to be able to fix the headache so it doesn't come back. So that's the thing that happened for sure. You understand that lack of money is not a problem. You don't have money because you don't have money. You don't have money because there is something that's preventing you from having money. Once you find what that is, you fix it. Same thing with relationship. Well, I want a boyfriend. Okay, so let me put her in her husband's star. But maybe this woman is a pain in the freaking butt and nobody wants to be with her. So it's not the boyfriend that's the problem, it's you. So I need to fix you so that the boyfriend can come. You understand? That's how it works. Maybe you cannot hold a conversation when you speak. Maybe you have trust issue. Once you fix that, the boyfriend will come. So nothing. And let me keep going because if not, that's what I do. Okay, so now let's do the auspicious dates. I know this is my tongue shoe. I apologize. It's in Spanish, but I'm going to tell you what it is. Okay, so this is my tongue shoe. This is the 5th of June. The 5th of June is a beautiful remove day. It's excellent in Donggon. It has a green dragon in the yellow black belt, which is very similar to the chief in Chiman. So I love this combination. Also, it's I love the hexagram also that is present. So it's a beautiful day. Particularly, why am I bringing this up today? Because it is a heavenly pardon day. A heavenly pardon day is the way they see it is like the heavens open up and allow everybody to come in. So basically, your mistakes are forgiven. You're giving a second chance at life. It's beautiful. Yes, it's tomorrow. It's beautiful. I love it. Okay. I think it's a day for us to remove a lot of the punishments that we have caused ourselves, a lot of the self-sabotage that we have done for ourselves. It's good to forgive others. Of course, it is great to forgive others. But I think the number one person we need to forgive is us. Because I think if you start thinking you are the hardest on you, the hardest on you. So I think if you forgive yourself, then you have the ability to forgive other people. So I think it's a beautiful day to do. I recorded the video for tomorrow. I forgot where direction it is. I did the English one, so you guys will see on Instagram today. I forgot, I'm sorry, the direction, but I did find a good direction to do your back to. But simply, it's a day. I think if you just wake up tomorrow and you say, you know, I forgive myself for all my mistakes. I forgive myself for the many times that I was so hard on myself, for the many times that I didn't appreciate the beauty of who I am and the being that I am. Because you guys are aware that if you don't see yourself who you are, other people cannot see you, right? If you don't see the greatness in you, other people cannot see the greatness in you. Because remember, you're vibrating and you're attracting that which you are. The moment that you see how beautiful and amazing person you are, that's what the people are going to see. Okay, that's what the people are going to see. So this is a great day for that. Also, it's a remove day. So it's a great day to remove, to start a diet, to remove an addiction, to stop smoking, to remove negative situation from your life. That's why I like that it's a heavenly pardon day with a remove day, to remove the sense of guilt that we carry. So you can use this day definitely for that. So just have that. And I like it that it's a destruction day too, because a destruction day right here with the year, again, destruct, finish, terminate, the sense of guilt, the things that we have been lingering for a while. And you remove half year check so we can move forward. That's a beautiful way to look at it. Maybe analyze the last 6 months of my life. This is a midpoint, the last 6 months of this year, and say, you know, what do I need to remove, change, or forgive myself or forgive others so I can have a better 6 months? Absolutely. It could be a midpoint check. Yeah, that's beautiful to put. Yeah. So that I wanted to share that day with you. Also, I wanted to share this day, the 7th of June, where we have in Bin Shen. It's a full day with a favorable Dongon and again, a green dragon. So it's like the chief is there present protecting us. It's a full day. I want you to be aware. A full day means you're going to get a lot of what? A lot of you. A lot of you. What do you have in you? What are you vibrating? So again, this could be a horrific day if you're a person full of negativity and anxiety and see everything in a negative way, then you're going to see that. We all have problems. All of us have problems. Now, you can be a person that are full of the problems or a person that's full of solutions. Which one are you? So you're going to have a lot of that day. So please make sure that on the 7th of June, you wake up with the mentality of abundance to have an abundant life, mentality of solutions to see solutions only. Also, I would like, if you can, that day to use the southwest of your property, and you can use the center of your property. Those two sectors are beautiful that day for health, for wealth, for knowledge. So that day, you can use those two sectors. If you can, you don't have to, but I like the energy there, so you can use them. Also for Chiman, the same day, this has to be during that time, between 3 and 5, back to the east. It is great for spirituality. So you can meditate, you can just be, or you can do your priming on command, whatever you want. It's beautiful on that day. Or, you know, I command that my life is going to be full of abundance, full of prosperity, full of health, full of life. That connect. And between 7 and 9, back to the north, it is great for execution. You know, I'm going to command that I'm going to do that which I want to do. I'm actually going to execute. And you can sit with your back to the north and execute, launch that project, call that person, send that email, do something, execute. So you can command that you're going to do it and how it's going to turn out and actually do it with your back to the north for that one. And you can sit in the southwest or sit in the center with your back here or with your back here. So this is where you sit, right? And this is your back to any of those two on this day specific, okay? on this day specific. This is the 7th of June. I have a few more for you guys and then we're done. The June 9th is a tricky one. This is a day that is stable day. It's an excellent day. So it's a good day for stability, to have things long-term. It has a great hexagram. And I wanted to clarify because here it says it's good for financial activities. But Andrew, I think Andrew's there, he brought up to my attention something that was very interesting. It's a no wealth, 10 ferocious days, which is a different analysis, which basically I just wanted to add that even though it says here that it's good for financial activities, I would like to change that it's not good for financial activities. I think it is a good day for stability, for health, for relationship, but it's not good for financial activities. It is one of the days of the year, I think it's 10 of them, that is not good for wealth. Are you there? The day pillar itself, no wealth for the day. Exactly. It's not wealth for the day. So I suggest on this day, not good for financial activities. So I will remove the financial activities, and actually I will remove the initiate maybe a new job or signing contracts. So it is great for, you know, spirituality. It is great for, maybe not good for investment. It is good for marriage. It is good for moving. It is good for traveling. It is good for social media, but it's not good to anything that's for financial gain. Okay. So that's why I wanted to add that for you guys. Yeah, the 7th is also one of the 10 ferocious days. The 7th, but I don't think, yeah, this is another one of the 10 ferocious days. Yeah. Is it the 7th or the 8th? I think it's the 7th. Yeah. This is another one of them. Those two. But it's okay to plan for financial activities. The 7th and the 9th. I don't know. I don't know if I would. I don't know, because when you're planning for financial activity, you're planning for wealth. So that's why, I don't know. And since it's stable, whatever it is, I don't want that energy to linger. Maybe the non-wealth day to linger, because stability day has the ability to long-term. So do I want to long-term and no wealth day? See, so that's why I was like, I decided to remove that because of that. Like, I'd rather just be safe than sorry. Me. I don't know if you want to expand, Andrew, please feel free. If you want to open, let me see, because I don't have, are you there? Yeah.
I got
Go
caught
ahead,
again.
bring you in the spot.
Basically, I know it might get confused because I think my wife, sorry. Basically, people might get confused because like Tong Su and this. Personally, myself, 10 ferocious and big disasters day is the day that because technical side, because the day pillar itself enter no wealth, which means the no wealth element on the day pillar itself. So personally, myself, I will not use it for wealth expansion, but it's okay to discuss about money, but not doing it, right? It's okay to discuss about it, but not doing it, personally myself.
So
right?
Discuss it, but not necessarily like enter into a contract. So we can talk about money, but not finalize it.
Yep.
Okay, because the reason why I was like iffy about it is because it's a stable day part. The stable, stable has the ability to make this long-term. So I was thinking if I enter into something financial, would it long-term give me no wealth? So that's why I wasn't sure. So yeah, I think that what he says makes sense too. So, take it as a grain of salt and then you decide however it is. I have the ones in the future, so I will tell you with enough time how to do it. So just wanted to add. And I know a lot of this stuff is a little bit contradictory. Remember, when we do Tong Shu's, this is based on one system, another system, another system, another system. These are all different systems that we put together to give you a date. That's why there will never be a perfect day with everything aligned. Not ever, very rarely, because we look at different methodology. One of them is what we just discussed. So then that's why. Okay, I have a few more for you. The 13th of June. The 13th of June, I like the center. So use the center of your property a lot. If you can, it's good for wealth, for relationship, for everything like wealth gaining and harmony and networking. So I like the center of your property because we have a 6. For the day, we have a 4 and we have a 4. That's a combination of 10, which is good for money, wealth, pregnancies, everything. So I love the center. Remember, use it. I'm not telling you to put anything, just use it a lot. And also we can do from 1 to 3 back to the southeast. It's great for business and career. Anything that has to do with business and career, you can sit with your back during that hour and do and execute. So I like that day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day to do. And also it combines because the tiger combines with the horse and also combines with the rabbit. So it's a beautiful day. A few more. The 19th of June Again, it's a good day it's a full day, favorable Green Dragon. So please mark it in your calendar. The 19th of June is great for a lot of something. A lot is good for like debt collection, dissolving a contract, spirituality, digging and construction, starting a new business, starting a new job, weddings, moving, traveling, and medical treatment. Not surgeries, but medical treatment. So it's a good day for that. So I like the full day. Again, make sure that you wake up that day knowing how I feel, what I'm going to manifest, I'm going to get a lot of. So that's for the 19th of June. Let's see aquí the next one that we have is the 21st of June. It's a metal dog that we have right here. I like the North. You can use the North a lot. Here we have is a combination of 10. So everything that I spoke about during the month is like multiplied this month on this day. So please use the North. It's beautiful. So use the North a lot. And Chiman, you can do 1, 2, 3 back to the South. That is good for bringing light to darkness. So something that you want to understand and see, or maybe trying to find the solution of something, expanding a business idea, problem solving, anything related to that with your back to the South, hopefully sitting in the North, 1, 2, 3. This has to be during these hours, okay? Has to be during these hours. And from 9 to 11 p.m. back to the Northwest is great for networking. Hopefully all of that from the North sector of your property on that day specifically, okay? I like it, I love it. I do this, I know you guys, I do this. I actually on these days move my computer, my laptop and work from those, or record the videos for you guys that I do from those sectors, okay? 2 more, the 25th of June is a beautiful success day. It's an excellent day. Again, the tiger combines with this, stone combines with that. There's a lot of wealth element. It's great for debt collection. It's great for construction, renovation, education, signing contracts, initiating a new job, a new business, investment, social media, and medical treatment. So I love it. Just a good day for you to be aware, that it's there. Actually, I like the North sector too. You can use the North, it's pretty. I like the North. The 6-star is a little bit weak there because of the fire, but it's the North is okay. But just so that you're aware that this is a good day that you can use. Okay, the North, the 25th is a good day that you can use. And lastly, we have the 27th of June. It's an open day, excellent day. I will say use the North and use the West a lot. These 2 sectors of your property you can use. And specifically between 7 and 9 back to the Southwest, it is great for fame. And it's an open day too. It's a good day to open. And remember when we spoke also about the Northeast in Chiman, maybe you can wake up on the 27th, just get up with your back to the Northeast on an open day with an open Chiman formation. You know, this is an open day with an open Chiman. So today, new opportunities are going to open up in my life. You know, you can combine things like that. You can be creative. So this is good for financial opportunity, debt collection, construction, dissolution of a contract, education, spirituality, starting a new business, a new job, a marriage, moving, social media, medical treatment, and traveling. It's a great day for that. And specifically during that time, on this day, you can see with your back to the Southwest, what does fame mean? You can launch a video, you can do a video, you can do a poll, you can post something, fame that will bring you fame and people to see you. Maybe you post a video on that day and you're gonna see maybe it has more followers than usual, more views than usual, and it brings you more, Okay, let me see, okay. I have you. Thank you for your time. I hope this information is very useful to you. I prepare with a lot of love, so hopefully you guys find it useful. I'm going to open up here. That is the information that I have for the month, but since we're not that many physically here, if you guys want to leave, please feel free to leave. That's fine. But if anybody has a question, I don't mind saying a few more minutes and then actually speak. Since it's not such a large group, we can do it today. So if you can just raise your hand so that we can, I don't mind, you can ask me a question or two for a few minutes and then that's it. We can finish, but if you have to go, please go. Thank you for your time. If anybody has a question about what we covered today or just in general, please feel free. Vanessa, okay, let me see. Hold on, Vanessa. How do I think you can unmute your mic. I think you can.
Good morning, Master. How are you?
Fine, my love. Good.
Quick question for you. You mentioned yesterday in the Spanish one that GIA has DI and HO, oficiality, and I don't know how to say it in English. Everything I listen in Spanish.
Holding officer.
And I'm in the Southwest with Disillusion and Earth. So should I promote my business behind the scene, like with someone else? Should I hire someone else to do my TikToks and everything? I have a shipping business, so instead of me in front, should I be behind? Is that how?
Well, the thing is, when you have the job, that means remember, don't flaunt your money. Don't flaunt that. But it is great to bring people to you. Okay. Since you have the Delusion door, that's okay. That's what you have. But then what do? Then maybe use the West. Remember? The West.
Yeah.
So I will use the West. Now, what you need to be aware is that people are watching you. People are watching.
Do the right thing, right?
Which is exactly. So make sure that what you're saying, what you're communicating is actually the message that you want to share. Also, be careful with making mistakes. And when you're sharing something, you put the mistake.
Too much, no? Too much info or like
too much info. Yeah, too much info. But yeah, you can do things behind the scene. But if you want to go ahead and go for, because I know how you are, Vanessa. You're like me. You go all out. I would just do things with the back to the West and just go.
Okay, thank you, Master. Thank you.
Of course,
I love English.
Okay, sweet. Okay, Oko. I think you can open your mic, Oko. Yes.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. Well, good morning from here. Okay, Paola, thank you so much in advance for all that you have been giving to us. Thank you. And well, one of the things that I have been just going on with you in the last few weeks is about the good dates for open and success and all of them. How to take advance for ones that they are not that good, but you have meetings with a high profile decision makers. Like in my case, we are a mining company, products that we sell to them. It's a good product for period 9 for what I have heard, but the days have not been the good. And as well, that they how to handle the people who is around, because you hit the nail about the people who introduce my product and is not good energy. And so I have a lot of leads and presentation, and at the end we cannot close any deal. And most of the times it's really not favorable or good dates, like open. I don't know why.
Yeah, this is what it is. First of all, every day is a good day. Okay, just so you know, every day is a good day. So this is how you do it. You have to see what is the officer of the day and focus the abilities on that. For instance, if it's a remove day, let's assume it's a remove day, and you say, wow, that's the day that I'm supposed to be meeting with people and signing contract. I mean, really a remove day. You say, okay, it's a remove day. I cannot change my meeting. It's a remove day. Remove day means remove something. So from this meeting, what can I remove? Today is a remove day. I am going to remove my lack of not having this contract. You understand? I'm going to remove whatever is stopping me from getting this contract to this person to sign with me. You understand what I'm saying? So that you can use every language on what I need. I'm going to also remember, go to the physical sectors of your property. So if you want to network and contact people and meet, then maybe you go to the Southwest and you sit in the Southwest during that meeting. So yes, the day officer is a percentage of the day, but it's not the full day. You have the Chiman, you have the Feng Shui, you're going to sit in the sector whether you want, you're going to use the officer depending on what you need, and you're going to put your back to whatever it is that you need for Chiman. In my opinion, Chiman counters it all. I mean, Chiman will do it all. So if it's not a good day, like for instance, if you say, look, it's what we were saying. If you're trying to close a deal with a client, right? You have to say, what is it that I need to close the deal with this specific line, right? You need to find out what specifically you need for that client. And then you command and you find the sector, the direction to fix that. You understand? I remove whatever is preventing me from closing the deal with this client. So that's what I'm going to use.
I remove the obstacles that might be.
Exactly. And maybe you can tell the DT this morning, your DT, whoever, show me what are the obstacles that are preventing me to close the deal with this client.
Okay, good. That's nice.
So you start playing, never just go with the Tongshu. The Tongshu gives you the flavor of the month, the flavor of the day, but you have Chiman, you have Feng Shui, you have you. that you use every day is usable for everything. Same thing, every deity is usable for everything. Because if I have a meeting with you, I can use every single deity to accomplish that. You know that, right? I can ask Moon to give me the knowledge to be able to communicate with you. Ask Tiger to give me the strength to communicate with you. Asking Tortoise to give me the strength to be able to influence you in whatever it is I'm speaking. Harmony to give me the knowledge and the people to speak what I'm supposed to be speaking. You understand? Every single one of them, Hook, connect me with my past life, with my ancestors that have, I know how to speak to people, so I know how to do it. All of them can help you in that meeting, depending who you have that month and who you have that day. Yes or no? Snake, control the environment so everything is beautiful and harmonious when we have in that meeting. I think I just use all the details for that one meeting.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
And you go with your Avengers. You go with your entire set of people to go help you with your deities. Yeah. I hope that helps you.
Thank you.
Of course. Anybody else? Take advantage. This doesn't happen all the time. If this was in Spanish, it would have been already 300 hands. Yes or no, Angela? It would be like, take advantage. Okay, good. I know. Yeah, I know. Why nobody has any questions? Okay. Vanessa, this is the best day ever. Yes, this is a small group, so we can do it. We can do it. A ver. Okay.
Paola,
Diana? A ver.
July 21 is the summer solstice.
Paola,
Or
Master, do you
Okay.
hear me? Or-
I hear you. But Danny, what were you saying? The
Oh.
921 one? No. Después de aquello, Diana. What were you saying, Danny?
in the June 21 is the summer solstice. It's changed. The two deidades is coming.
Yes, thank you. In June 21st, we have
it's changed back.
in June 21st is the shift of the summer solstice. Thank you, Danny, for that. Yes, it's a reminder. Thank you. You're gonna see that's a big change in Chinese metaphysics. One, in the Tong Shu, if you have Mind, JY, or whichever one you have, you're gonna notice that the daily stars change the flow. They go from yang to yin, yin to yang. I forgot right now, but they change the way they fly. It's the opposite way. And also, you're gonna start seeing the new deities that are coming. Remember, the tiger and the hawk are one, the tortoise and the I'm drawing a blank, and
Red Phoenix.
Phoenix.
and the phoenix. So now you're gonna see two leave and two come, and then they will come back again during the winter in December 21st usually. So yes, Danny, that's usually when it comes. That's usually the change now in June 21st. Thank you, because now you're gonna see that two of them leave and two come, and you're not gonna see those again until December. Yes, thank you, Diana.
Master, I was not too clear about when you were talking with about the wealth, the no wealth day.
Mhm.
Can you clarify a little bit more about the stable day or the
Of course, Andrew, that's for
Please,
you.
Andrew? Yes.
Andrew,
Andrew
that's for you. Go ahead. You walk the most, the monster. Here we go. Go ahead.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank
okay,
you.
no problem. I just here to share because 10 Faraches, or we call it 10 disaster, big disaster day, is a day that itself that the pillar itself is not supported by the wealth element. So basically, if the pillar is not supported by the wealth element, which means anything related to wealth activity is not auspicious or is not happening. Think of it, a person or a bank account with no balance or without a bank account, whatever you're doing about money related is not gonna happen. So usually why in Chinese they call it like big disasters day, because you know Chinese we won't have the god of fortune or god of wealth. So anything without money is disaster, not a good day, right? So this is the theory of wise. Let's put into it. I mean, in Tong Su, you will see like, oh, it's good for starting a new job and stuff. Remember on Master Paola share on the June 5th, like today, literally coming on, we have the Heavenly Pardon Day. It's some sort is a special formation as well, similar to 10 Disasters Day. So this is somehow a different info that we have in Tong Su that sometimes as a master or practitioner like us, we will like keep an eye. For example, maybe on the 7th or the 9th, I have a client ask me to choose a date. They're gonna a big expansion of their business. Okay, overall look good, but it has the temperature disasters. They are like, perhaps if you can avoid, I will avoid it. But if it's already decided I can't do much, then I try to specialize on making it a better day, better hour, using qi men, using feng shui. Right. So that is always something we can do. But if we can avoid, we avoid. That's always a better day to do it. All right. Did I answer your question, Diana? Muchas gracias.
Yes, thank you very much, Andrew. It's matter if it combines with you, if it's a combined day, or maybe that will help a little bit, or
you mean personalize, combine with your own parts? Yes. If you combine a parts, if it become your white element, that is good, because we are using as per the year, month, and day as a deck selection. But if it's a personalized to you, then it's a different reading. It could be beneficial to you, right? So that will be like the parts components.
Yeah, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's an Earth Dog Day, right? So it's a pure Earth Day, which means it's the wealth element for the Wood Day Masters. So maybe, the Wood Day Masters benefit maybe a little bit more from that. And like Diana says, if you have rabbit that combines with the dog, then that helps it a little bit. But like what Andrew said, that's the thing with Chinese metaphysics, that you have so many methods and points of reference to look that maybe this one doesn't work, but then you do this one, then you do this one, which is what I was telling Oko. You have so many other ways. Like if you have to do something on that day, then you have qi and you have feng shui that you can look into. And like what Diana was saying, maybe it combines with you, so it's not as bad for you. But what if it clashes with you? What if it clashes your wealth element in a no wealth day? Then maybe that's double whammy, not favorable for you. You know what I'm saying? No, it's the earth is strong. The earth counters water. What if water is your wealth element and then no wealth day? Then definitely not wealth for you particularly. So yes, thank you, Diana. Thank you, Andrew.
In addition, I want to share a bit more.
Yeah, please.
June 5th, please do not miss it. It's one of the calendar that I go through. June 5th, the remove day, the Donggong, the yellow black belt, the qi men, the heavenly pardon, there's a holy heart. This is one of the calendar day that I take and I'm waiting for it. Please use it. Any feng shui activation to remove baggages, it's like midterm. Please use it. I really like the June 5th date a lot. It's very special for me.
That's the one for tomorrow for us. For him, it's already today because it's already 12 hours. How would you use it, Andrew? Like you personally, how would you use it?
Basically, I do not have something very physical to remove. I do have, I have a smoking habit, but I'm not working on that yet.
You're not ready to
self-punishment issue. Okay, but I'm using more in terms of yin, more alignment, right? Remember, as Danny said, on 21st, we are moving from a different polarity as well. So let's take it, myself, I will go to a good sector in the qi men sector, maybe using my destiny as a chief to do a good cleansing, realignment, or replan whatever I want to do. But of course, before you could input new thing, we've been going through the tiger, the rabbit years and the COVID, things has been crashing around for this half a year. So first of all, I will do a remover, release all these cabbages, whatever like information, maybe we have too much in like, sometimes it hurt us, harm us, remove it. So let's keep a fresh start for the June or the July to come, that I can start to input new info and good info, or keep the good thing, remove those maybe lingering around for months, some painful friends, some painful client or painful supplier, remove that. I think removing pain is first of all, that's where we can start to be grateful with our life. We start to receive new information, and that's, I think, is good for a reset, a big reset for me. I will use that.
It's beautiful. And just so that you know, I know my mom is there for the people that do like the llama violeta, the purple light, the purple flame. I think, Mommy, I know if you're there, you can expand. I think tomorrow will be a great day. I think you're there, right, Mommy? You were there before? I think she was there. I think you can open the mic. If you want to come out in camera, I'm making people like, as to unmute. I think you can just open it. Try now. Yeah. I think tomorrow is it's a heavenly pardon day. It's a remove day. The purple, la llama violeta, the purple light, it's something that we use a lot to clean cleanse a lot of past memories. Mommy, if you want to maybe expand a little bit on that, it would be a great day to do something like that.
Yes, the violet flame, as
The
it
violet
calls,
flame.
because it descends as a ray, but once it touches this plane, earth plane, it will rise as a flame. And that's a flame to transmute everything we want to transmute since the beginning of times, meaning since our first time here on earth as we came here, all the bad energies, all the bad thoughts, feelings, actions that you have made through your existence, you can put it in, so it's around our etherical body. So with that violet flame, you can transmute it, meaning it's not that it will be erased, it will be transmuted, meaning it will be turned into light, into a good energy, positive.
Because remember that energy cannot be destroyed, it can only be transformed from one point to another. So the purple, like the violet flame, like my mom says, she can, it's beautiful for that. Pardon, ma'am. Mhm.
Yeah, so it's very good to learn to use it correctly, but and it should be used in a daily way, not just eventually 1 or 2 times a week or something like that, but it should be in a rhythmic way. So it is effectful because, you know, we have, let's say, white lies, as we call them, how many times in our lives? And so it has to be once every time you have throw or create a negative energy, a low vibration energy. So it's something I recommend very, very deeply to use in a regular way.
And I
Okay.
think you can find in Google, obviously my mom has in her YouTube in Spanish, but
Yeah.
in Google, mommy, you will Google what, like purple flame, purple.
Yeah, violet flame.
Violet flame meditation. I guess you can Google
Yeah.
in English that. Let me tell you something, and I'm gonna take advantage of the fact because I saw mom and I remember my experience with the violet flame many years ago when I was practicing law. Yeah, Noelia, some people are saying that they recommend a long time ago. What I like about it is that you don't have to think exactly what it is that I want to transform.
Yeah.
A long time ago, I was an attorney. I had this huge issue, huge, horrific issue. I would say the worst time in my life I went through. And I remember I was going absolutely insane. And I remember my mom, obviously, because I'm blessed to have like the best mom on earth. And I remember my mom started telling me, like, obviously, like what I have told you, I created that situation in my life. Now I know I created that situation. I didn't know then why did I create it, but I know I created it. And it was a situation that was going to be very bad, really horrible consequences. And I remember that I said, my mom said, look, start doing the violet flame every day. And I'm like, mommy, how is this going to work? You know me. I'm like, I want results now. And she goes, just do it and I did it for about a week or two. And I can tell you to this day, that situation, which was impossible to go away, literally went away. It literally disappeared like it never happened. Literally disappeared because I healed, I transformed, I transmuted that which caused that situation to manifest in my life. At that moment, that's when I was like, holy crap, like this works. So I try to do that. And the good thing about it is that, you know, I don't have to, I'm running water. I'm like, I want things fast. I don't have to think. I'm like, oh, why is this happening in my life? Why is this manifesting? But why did, no. The violet flame just fixes it.
Yeah, and the decree that you do with that, or the invocation and decree that you do with it is, let's say, I invoke the violet flame to descend into, enter, let's say, through my crown, go to my feet and erase like a flame and transmute every cause, every root, every record, memory that I create since the beginning of time through up to this day and transmute it in pure light.
Mm-hmm.
So it go to the cause of the effect that you're having appearing now in your life. So it will go to the root, you know. So you don't have to know what is it. It just do it. But you have to do it with faith, of course.
You have to do it with faith. And at the end of the day, like what she told me to do, and which is what I learned, and it's what I always tell you guys with Chiman, is that as people are writing, you know, how much it has helped them. It's also that as everything that is for the betterment of the world, of the good. Like that situation, you know, I wasn't just manifesting and commanding that it's fixed for me, but it was fixed for everyone involved.
Yeah.
Not just for me. And I think, in my opinion, that was the key. Not just for me, for everyone involved. So in me, like I am, and then when Andrew was talking about the Heavenly Pardon Day, you know, he was saying that he was using, and that's why I thought, I'm like, oh my God, maybe I saw you, mommy, there. I'm like, I think it would be a great day to do it. It is a great day. But I said, if you speak Spanish, my mom has a beautiful meditation guided by her in her channel. I think they put it in the Zoom link. It's in there. But if not, please find one in English. It's called the Violet Flame Meditation. And try to do it every day if you can, but definitely do it tomorrow. Well, tomorrow for us, today for Asia, if you can.
Yeah, and you can translate it with the subtitles, and you copy print it and then read it, just in case you don't find a good one that you like in the YouTube channel.
Yeah, because you don't have to do it with the meditation. I mean, you can just do it, like say it.
Yeah.
You say it. Yeah.
I remember when you say I invoke, I meaning your spiritual self, not just your human, you know, personality.
Yeah.
Just and so you do it that way, you know, meaning that you, the creator of everything that you are, that then you invoke and then you decree what you want in your life.
No, that's a beautiful, mommy. And maybe después, I know that you're super busy, but maybe you can do that meditation and do it in English one day, and we can upload it so they can have it.
Well, if you can hear, my English is not that good, but yeah, I can try.
Hey, it's
Coming
perfectly
soon.
fine.
I promise. It's coming soon.
It's coming soon. Okay. Daniel, the Gan already said it, so that's it.
Okay.
He's her boss. Danny's the one that keeps us like this. Yes.
Okay.
It's okay.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Paula.
Anybody else wants to say anything or share anything? Mommy, yeah, look, you have to do it. They're saying they want you to do it. Andrew, Liling, they're saying you have to do it in English.
Okay. Okay.
Anybody else has any comments, any questions? Carlota, Charlotte says she wants it too. I can also help with something. Of course, Esty, you want to share something, please? Yes.
Okay. Some of you may know me and some of you may not know me. What I do is quantum metaphysical healing. So there are 3 sounds which can actually help to balance the brain, the heart, and the gut in harmony. So on a day where we want to align all of ourselves with the universal energy, the sound vibration is the first 3 sounds within Sanskrit. So I would do that for myself on Heavenly Pardon Days. It's helped me as well transmute immediately whenever there's a negative situation around me. But it is not the typical OM, O-H-M, but it's the AUM, which then transmutes into that first Sanskrit word of Iwa Adam.
Okay.
So it's the sound of the yin and the yang in combination with the divine, but it is a very deep sound. And I don't know if you want me to maybe sound that
Please,
so that
yes,
you can
of
hear
course. Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I need you just all to sit, just be willing to receive the vibration if it resonates with you. Okay. Just give me a moment. I just need to remove my. So you can feel this in your head, your heart, your gut, your body, wherever. dum.
Nice. Nice.
You're vibrating somewhere on another plane right now. I'm sorry.
Master Paula, you know I'm a D guy. When you ask me what did I plan for remove day, actually I have really nothing planned. And the chief had planned for me.
Yes, and because it's already the 5th for you. You already
Yeah, and
you actually
your
removed
mother
it.
has shared something interesting for my remove day, and Esty had done something. You see, that's the power of chief.
Yes.
All right, just sharing the achievement.
It is because for people in Asia right now, and I think for Esty, no, you're not in. It's not the 5th for you. In Asia, it's already midnight, so it's already the 5th for a lot of you. That was beautiful, Esty. Thank you so much. I mean, I'm looking at the comments.
Pleasure.
It's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you a lot.
No, of course. Thank you for sharing, both of you. Oko, I think you wanted to contribute something.
Well, I'm speechless right now after
Right.
this sound. So
Beautiful.
just a quick question. Like, for example, in our case, we are not so familiar with Feng Shui. It's like, do it when you have 100% sniper, right? To know where you are. Or what would you recommend, like in the case that you are not high profile Feng Shui?
I'm sorry, you're saying that you don't know too much about Feng Shui, and you're talking
Yeah.
about the sniper with Joey's, like the structures that Joey Yap has?
No, like I don't feel like confident because I am a sniper. Yeah, right. To use the sectors. My personality.
I think sniper is the resources.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but so the sniper with the vast structures that Joey Yap, that's what you mean, right? That you're
Yeah,
sniper.
I am like a sniper and I don't understand Feng Shui. I have no confidence to use
Okay.
the sectors. And I hear someone that was like, okay, if you are not sure, don't use it. Okay. So
Look, this is the thing. This is the thing about Feng Shui. Whether you use it, no, whether you believe it or not, is to happen. That's the thing about Feng Shui. Like, for instance, the Northwest sector has that energy whether you want to believe it or not. That's the thing about Feng Shui. You don't have to believe it for it to work. It is what it is. So if it's already, it is what it is, why don't you just take advantage of it? You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, whether you believe in Feng Shui or you don't, you go right now and you activate the Northwest sector, you're going to see the effects of it pretty soon, negatively speaking. You understand? So what I suggest you do, like the little brief introduction that I gave you guys of what it is this month, just say, what do I want? I like this sector and I'm going to try to spend more time there and see in the next few months how to translate into your life. Feng Shui is very important. The way I look at it, like Chinese metaphysics, is 30, 30, 30. 30% is your Qigong, 30% is your Bazi, and 30% is your Feng Shui. The other 10, I will say, is just universal laws, not? But I will say that most of which we don't know much about yet. But I will say 30% is Feng Shui. So if I tell you you have 30% to win the lottery, or you have 60% to win the lottery, or 90% to win the lottery, which one do you take? So I suggest definitely take advantage of it.
Thank you, Paula. And thank you, Isti. Maybe you can record that and send it to the Telegram so that we can hear it to heal our soul. Thank you.
I will, of course. Thank you. And then also, you have the sniper personality. That's one of the profiles in Joey Yap thing. That the thing is that the resource, I think that's a resource that makes you think too much. So you think too much and you want to know the why of so many things before you do it. So then that sometimes prevents you from doing. So then that's why don't think too much, just do.
Thank
you. Of course. That's it. Anybody else? This has been a great session, yes or no? Now watch, now everybody in Spanish is gonna be like, wait, but you did so much in English, you guys were sharing, right? Now I'm gonna be bombarded with that, right? Now I have to get ready for it. Anybody else? No? Good. We have a key quantum metaphysics. We have my mom, we have Andrew sharing, take advantage. This is
Master
it.
Paula, do not have to worry. 5th of June is a pardon day, so they will pardon you.
Okay. No, Andrew, it's pardon day for you. I'm still on June 4th. That means that we need to stay here for the next 12 hours for this to be my pardon day. Andrew, they're going to forgive you. They're not going to forgive me. They're not going to forgive Esty or my mom because we're not in heavenly pardon. You are. So they're going to be like, oh my God, Andrew was so sweet. Now, Paola, why did you not share this with us? That's what's going to happen. I'm gonna get the bronze of it. Aymara.
Hello, good morning, everyone, and good
Hi.
afternoon.
Hi.
I'm really pleased to be in this session today. Really, it is amazing and very good information, of course, as always, Paola. But I'm thinking really hard to change to English instead, because it has been great, actually.
See, you're probably gonna do the English ones right now.
Yes, I will change to English version.
No, what's gonna
No.
happen now? We're gonna have everybody in the English version, and the Spanish is gonna be like 10 people, and then the English is gonna be like
Like
100
Spanish.
people. Yep.
Could happen. Just
Yep.
to give you to thank you all of you really, and to Isa, I guess it was your name, Isa, and if you can share maybe where to find those sounds, the word with, yeah, Essie, thank you. It will be nice also because we are always looking to complete our learning in this life, right?
I
So-
know. Yeah, thank you. I'll tell her now to share. Andrew, they're telling me to blame you. They're saying in the chat to blame you. So yes, if anybody says Andrew was the one that got started, he's the only one right now with the Heavenly Pardon Day. So this is all his fault. So we blame him.
Okay.
We blame.
Thank you,
Esty-
Andrew.
The more I
Esty,
can
you,
receive,
Paola.
the better I can perform. So bring it on.
Esty,
No.
anywhere else, or maybe you have a channel where they can, do you have more information about this so they can learn more about that?
Yeah.
Do I have another channel? My only channel is ST Meta Talk. So what I do on there is I do share a lot of the Chinese metaphysics stuff, but the reason I called this Meta Talk is because my basic training is referred to as body talk. But
Okay.
because of that quantum healing abilities, which I'm combining, because that was literally the body, the mind, the soul healing, now combining that with metaphysic principles, which is about environment. So I'm combining all four together. So on ST Meta Talk, I discuss everything, including this. And what I started doing 2 months ago was I opened a VIP club. So in my VIP training group, if I only took 10 people because it was my my pilot project to say, let me run this project with 10 people and see the results I'm getting with them. And in that monthly training that I do with them, I do the sounds, I do the different aspects, and I bring it all together as a program. So a lot of the stuff that I'm sharing on my ST Meta Talk page, I'm already doing more of in that training program. So I am planning to launch that as a fully fledged program soon. But I'm going to leave you ST Meta Talk, okay?
Yeah.
I'm going to leave you with one extra, guys. If you are not yet in Heavenly Pardon, okay, this is an extra little bonus which you can use tomorrow when you do get to Heavenly Pardon. You can try it right now. This is another. It's called a Eden medicine. It's a return back to the Garden of Eden to return back to the point of creation. So everything is created in the head, right? So right now, focus on one thing that you want to not have linger in your life anymore. Just one thought, one feeling, and for the next couple of seconds, 5 seconds, feel it, see it, and just say, do I want to retain this information in my energy field? And if you decide you do no longer want it, you take your other hand and place it over your belly button and deep breath in, deep breath out. And when you breathe out, you take this hand on the head and bring it in line with your belly and breathe out. And let go of your hands. Now scan your thoughts if you can find any lingering of that thought or feeling. It's gone. Where did it go? Who knows? Who cares? It's gone.
It's transmuted. It's gone. Wow.
It's transmuted immediately.
Okay.
That's beautiful. So we do that tomorrow, Esty, right? From the heavenly.
You can do it anytime.
But we can. That's a
Anytime.
good strategy to do tomorrow. Yes, that's beautiful.
Correct.
Yes.
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 So it's that kind of stuff that I share on Esty Meta Talk as the energy. It's literally, somebody asked me, where do you get all these ideas? And I said, in the bathroom. Because that is where my Tai Chi nobleman resides, with very, very strong Tai Chi noblemen. My entire freaking chart is full of Tai Chi noblemen, and I wasted so many years. This was the direction that my spirit wanted me to go. So I am finally where I'm supposed to be. So everything just bubbles out every single morning. So whatever happens on that day happens on that day, and it is absolutely driven by spirit. And so this was not rehearsed.
That was
It
beautiful.
just flows. So if you want it, you better be part of the channel, because it just happens on the day. It's not recorded. It's not rehearsed. It just comes out.
Oh my God, beautiful. Thank you so much
Thank
for that.
you.
And then
Thank
that
you
way
so
we
much,
can
Dawn.
play the video tomorrow. So you guys can we can play the video.
Fast forward to the sound.
Yeah, tomorrow for us, not for Andrew, Lillian, and Charlotte, they're already there. But for us, that we still on the 4th of June here, tomorrow, watch the video. We can do that one. We can also do the violet flame that Mama was saying, because she did say the words. We can say the words, we can say that, we can make the sound. And so we have a whole, there you go, like everything in life. See, like Andrew says, the chief is looking out for us and gave us the information for Heavenly Pardon. So
there's another one. If you have a lot of emotional baggage, this is much easier for people who want to do the water.
Mhm.
You go and run a hot bath of water. Okay. You don't need to have 7 blessed flowers. You take a handful of coarse salt, a handful of bicarb, and a handful of Epsom salts.
Which was the second one, Esty? I'm sorry, of what?
Coarse salt, Epsom salt, and bicarbonate of soda or baking soda.
Baking soda, okay.
With a half a cup of apple cider vinegar into the water. Then you get into that water, you put everything except your nose under the water, everything. And imagine that mixture just pulling away all of the toxins, all of the emotional baggages out of your entire Wei Qi. Now, Wei Qi is physical, mental, emotional, spiritual baggage in your energy configurations. Then you pull the plug out of the bath, and while you're lying in the bath, feel the water draining from your body, going into the plug, dissolving. Get out, get into a clean shower, and wash the last little bits away with clean water. And as that water goes down the drain, it is done. It is transmuted.
Thank you so much. That's beautiful to do. That's something that we can do tomorrow. If you guys have the time to buy those ingredients, I think that's a beautiful, on a remove day and a herbally pardon day. I think this has been, thank you, Esty. This has been great. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Well, thank you. I'm not going to take any more of your time. I think this has been a wonderful session. I'll share the PDF tomorrow. Thank you so much for your sharing. Thank you so much for being here. I know people like Angela, Angela Aravena, they were translating in Google. Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for everybody that was here, honestly. So nothing. You guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Let me just put it here. Look, I can see you guys all. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for everything. Bye-bye. Love you guys. Bye.